right? Because it rhymes and because most of us in sports media are too lazy to learn how to pronounce international names. So forget about Antetokounmpo. I'll give you one more. I do like Shohei Ohtani as Showtime. What's next?
All right, there's a lot of entertainment talk on the Rich Eisen show here, so let's head in that direction. The final season of The Bear debuted yesterday on Hulu and Disney+. Great apps. And the show is all about the world of food and restaurants. If you could only pick one type of ballpark or stadium food to eat, Brian, what would it be?
That's a very good one as well. And thank you for the plug. We know that most days people can enjoy the simulcast of the Rich Eisen show on Disney+. You and I not ready for that yet, but we'll get there. I think The Bear is the best current show on TV. Now, it's a step below my all-time favorites like The Sopranos and The Wire, but it's close. Ballpark food. I'll go off the board. Only reason I wound up working for Tennis Channel for 19 years, in addition to being willing to work at 2 o'clock in the morning, was I grew up about 25 minutes away from the U.S. Open, 25 minutes north of Shea Stadium. So I started going to the U.S. Open in 1977. The lobster roll of Flushing Meadows is incredible, but I'm guessing now that's got to be $140. I'll take you in between 77 and today. I'll split the difference. When I graduated from college, me and a buddy drove cross-country and hit 11 different major league stadiums. We rolled into the old County Stadium in Milwaukee. I try to eat as clean as I can, but I make an exception when I go to a game. I had not one, not two, as I go LeBron, not three, 4 bratwurst that day because they are incredible in Wisconsin. Now, it was not a pleasant day in the car moving forward. I don't think my companion enjoyed the residue of me going over the top. But if I had to pick one thing and one thing only, I'd go watch The Miz light it up at 102 miles an hour 17 times and scarf down more brats in Milwaukee. We got time for one more.
Yeah, this week LeBron James and some of his Cavs teammates from the 2016 championship team had a reunion in the south of France. Brian, when you get some well-deserved time off, what's your go-to vacation destination?
Excuse me, what's that word, James? Vacation?
Vacation destination.
I've never heard of that word. Vacation. Okay. Hang on, let me do Jim Mora. Playa? Vacation? What? Rebate? Refund? As I go breaking away on you. James, I am a working man. Look, I do the $1 Million Man gimmick, but I am much more aligned with T.L. Hopper. Remember when the WWF had the occupation gimmicks? I'm out there hustling for every dime I can get. Now, back in the day, Rich used to have fill-in needs on major holidays. So I have worked for Rich on Thanksgiving, Christmas Day, New Year's Day, primarily because I have no life, and secondarily, I want to work. But if I had time off, and since I'm actively lobbying on the air to get back to the Bay Area, I'll pull a Jim Mora Jr. when he said he'd walk from Atlanta to Seattle. I will walk from L.A. to San Francisco. I could use the steps. I hope you're enjoying the show on KMBR 1050. When I used to be part of the original team there in the Bay Area. My favorite vacation spot, I shouldn't say it because people are going to descend upon it, a small town near Santa Cruz called Capitola, California. That locks up the World Wide Web for today. Thank you, James. And be sure to give me a definition of vacation. I've never heard of what that word is and what it means.
I'll look it up right now. Yeah.
Glad you like the T.L. Hopper reference, my friend. Another sterling edition of the Rich Eisen Show is in the books. Want to thank our guests, just 2 today, as we normally approach content creation. Both were outstanding, talking World Cup with Stephen Goff of Yahoo Sports, NBA talk with Law Murray of The Athletic. Many people to thank on the team, starting with Rich Eisen, Jerry Sobowitz, our producer, I'll say it again, talented and skilled James Steele, and the rest of the not ready for simulcast on Disney Plus players. Special thanks to Greg Berman, Chris Morales, my friends at 710 ESPN here in L.A. I'm Brian Weber. Have a great weekend on ESPN Radio.
You've probably heard all those ads for life insurance. Just a few dollars a day, apply online in minutes, no medical exam. Simple, easy, and cheap, right? Now you're thinking, maybe I should get a quote. Well, smart thinking. Everyone should have life insurance. But here's what they don't tell you. Those few dollars a day rates, they're for young people in perfect health. That's why everyone calls Big Lou the 50 to 60-year-old not-so-perfect candidate. Like you. You take prescription meds, and you're overweight. Winner, winner, fried chicken dinner. Well, Big Lou works with life insurance companies that want people like you, with no surprises after you apply. In fact, if you're a 50-year-old guy with a few health glitches, Lou could probably find you $1 million of term life coverage for about $200 a month. So, yeah, you need life insurance. But unless you're young and healthy, you gotta call Big Lou, because he's like you, older, heavier, and on meds, too. Get a quote right now at 800-568-2790, 800-568-2790, or biglou.com.
You know that feeling when the boat is docked, the sun is setting, and the only thing missing is a meal as refined as the view? Welcome to Prime Bistro and Wine Bar in Morehead City, the Crystal Coast's destination for elevated dining. Our culinary team uses fresh seafood, house-made pasta, and wood-fired prime steaks. Book your reservations now at eatprimebistro.com or drop in Wednesday through Sunday for dinner service. Visit Prime Bistro and Wine Bar, 2 miles west of Big Rock Landing in Morehead City.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is closer than you think, right outside your front door. With service from American Airlines, you're now connected to destinations around the world, all from PGV. Skip the long lines. Avoid the congestion of larger airports. Fly local and enjoy a faster, easier travel experience. Whether it's business or your next getaway, Pitt Greenville Airport gets you there with ease. Start your journey today at flypgv.com or aa.com. Pitt Greenville Airport. Fast, convenient, and close to home, where the pirates fly.
This is Dr. Hoad from Orthopedics.
Looking for a zero-turn mower? Buy what the pros buy, where the pros buy at Ron Ayers Motorsports, your local authorized Hustler dealer. Shop the full lineup of Hustler residential zero-turn mowers, known for their reliability, speed, and heavy-duty build quality. Hustler mowers all feature thick fabricated decks, one-piece steel frames, and Hustler's trademark smooth track steering. Come see us today at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
In Beaufort County, success is built together. The Washington-Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce connects leaders, supports local businesses, and helps our community thrive. From networking to community events, the Chamber is building a stronger Beaufort County every day. Get involved, grow your network, and help shape the future of beautiful Washington.
For more information on the Washington-Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce, including future events and membership, visit wbcchamber.com.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
This is the Pirate Nation, and we are pirates because all you have to do to get anybody excited here is go, Purple!
You guys are rocking. The city's awesome, and I love you guys.
Sumo Kongbe hit, driven back, to see you standing tall.
The biggest thing about Pirate Nation is we kind of get it for as small a community as we are. We really get everybody involved.
Y'all are intimidating guys. I'm saying y'all are famous. Y'all are celebrity type guys, and that's intimidating.
We never lose a tailgate. That's the one thing. Undefeated.
Go Pirates! Yeah.
Live from the First Flight Credit Union Studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here in the First Flight Credit Union Studios. Welcome in to Pirate Radio Live on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. You can find us on the Pirate Radio app, powered by Carolina Caliber. And we are on YouTube for the next 3 hours as we will be talking to you, checking in with you as we get ready for the sports weekend. We'll talk about what's going on currently in the world of sports and what lies ahead in the world of sports, including ECU football. We'll have another opponent preview today as we'll talk some Rice football with Matthew Bartlett from the Roost. He covers Rice athletics. And he will join us coming up in hour number 2 on today's show. Brian North joins us coming up in about 15 minutes or so here in hour number 1. Tony Dunn will join us for our weekly NFL segment. We'll see if we can find some NFL topics to discuss on this Friday. I believe I saw there have been 12 arrests this offseason. I always say this is no news is good news time in the NFL. Don't get hurt. Don't get arrested. Haven't heard of a lot of injuries, but have heard of arrests. So hopefully your guys can keep it clean the next couple months and get out there on the football field for preseason in August. Morgan Ehlers joins us coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. Also, Alex Harper joins us on the program. And right now, Jared Watkins, also known as J-Bone, is conducting an interview with James Plowright from the BuzzBeat podcast, talking Hornets basketball. We'll have that interview coming your way in hour number 3 of today's show, and J-Bone will join us coming up in a few minutes here in hour number 1 and be a part of our 3-hour tour on Pirate Radio Live. We got Shirley Rhodes here in the Hawaiian shirt. We got Victor here in the Pirate Radio shirt here on a Friday. Victor, if you could grab that door when you exit, I'd appreciate it. As we are here watching another day of World Cup action, and the World Cup rolls on. USA loses last night. I don't think it's a big deal at all. Victor says there's cause for concern. And oh my goodness, France nearly scored in the first 30 seconds, ball off the crossbar. As they play against Norway. It was going to be a battle of stars with Mbappe and Haaland, but Haaland is not playing in this match. So just Mbappe for France, and we'll see what happens on this day at the World Cup. We are looking at the chat gang on a Friday, and got a few folks in, including Jamie, who says, "Hey now. Hey now." Saw Connor Norby was sent down. Hope he can get back up there ASAP. Yeah, Connor Norby option to AAA. So hopefully he can get right because the Marlins are playing well. And they right now are a playoff contender as we sit about midway through the baseball season. So hoping Connor Norby can get hot down at AAA and move back on up with Clayton McCullough and the big league fish. Jerry says hello. Hello! He says we are the PRL chat gang. Jerry also wearing a Hawaiian shirt on this Friday. And he says, Maha, make American Hawaiian again. Yeah, I don't know about that, Jerry. Kenny says, happy Friday at Pirate Radio. What's up, Kenny? Kenny, calm down.
Kenny, calm down.
There we go. All right. News of the day. I mean, I guess this is a story. Brendan Sorsby will not be playing at Texas Tech. He will not be playing college football. He will not be in the NFL supplemental draft. There won't be an NFL supplemental draft. What are his other options? Well, it will not be north of the border. He will not be throwing to Tyler Snead or Justin Hardy or anyone else in the CFL. The CFL said the quarterback will not be allowed to join any of its teams. This says for the upcoming season. The season's going on, right? The CFL says upholding the integrity of the league and ensuring fair competition are paramount to the CFL. The allegations involving Brendan Sorsby are serious and concerning. At this time, the CFL will not register a contract for him, and no team will be permitted to add him to its negotiation list. So no CFL for Brendan Sorsby joining the list of leagues which he will not be participating in. So I guess he just won't play this year, and then he enters the NFL draft next year. Is that how it works? From what I gather. So Brendan Sorsby, no football for him because the UFL is done and dusted. Maybe arena. Maybe he can join some arena team and throw for 700 yards and 6 touchdowns a game to get him warmed up for professional football. The Mets have fired Carlos Mendoza. Why? Mets are 34-47 to start the year. We talked to Evan Cohen from ESPN yesterday, who is a Mets fan. He talked about getting swept in a doubleheader by the Cubs where they allowed double-digit runs in both games and commit 6 errors in the second game. So somebody's got to be the fall guy, and it happens to be the manager for the New York Mets, Carlos Mendoza, getting the axe there. Boy, France is really attacking. They are going to score a goal very soon against Norway as they are playing right now. Also, Senegal and Iraq, the other World Cup action. So last night, USA is in a meaningless game. If they win, their standing doesn't change for the knockout stage. If they lose, their standing doesn't change for the knockout stage. I saw USA score a goal. I saw Turkey score a goal. And then I turned it because it was just an exhibition and I didn't really care. Victor feels a little bit different. Victor says there are lessons to be learned from last night's exhibition game. What are those lessons, Victor?
So, I mean, I'm sure you already know that the U.S. hasn't won back-to-back games in the World Cup since 1930.
Well, they did this year.
Yeah, that was a record.
Right.
And they would have gone on to win all 3 games for the first time in history, which is a big deal when you consider, all the momentum we're trying to build around soccer in the U.S.
Yeah.
And then, Christian Pulisic had a knock and he had to come into the game because you don't want your star player being match rusty, 3 weeks without kicking a ball. There is that. And then, he also provide, there were 9 changes to the team. So gave a lot of debuts to some of the players that hadn't played in the first 2 games. With US having that momentum that's new this time, you want to win all the games you can. You want to, have that going on for yourself ahead of the Bosnia game. So I think the biggest lesson is to stay plugged in, to stay alert, because the winning goal came in the final minute of the extra time. And if this was a knockout round game, it's more heartbreak.
I understand everything you say until you say if this is a knockout game. Well, if it's like the first 2 games, then it'll be fine. You can't compare. But I see what you're saying from a momentum side. I'm glad you were not in the post-game press conference.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad, too. I wasn't.
Because, how do you say the manager's name?
Mauricio Pochettino.
Yeah. He, I guess, kind of chastised reporters saying, why are you not congratulating us for winning the group?
See what I mean? France has scored. But yeah, it's that sort of thing dampens the morale, the momentum. Because the truth is, with the US having everything going on for them in this tournament, so far, you want to win.
All right, so I've got Mbappe 2+ goals and assists. That was a great pass by Mbappe. Now, this guy does about 6-7 dribbles. Is Mbappe going to get the assist on this?
Yes.
I would think so.
Yes, Ousmane Dembele. Yes.
I'm hoping that counts as an assist. But I told you France was about to score. They were putting all kinds of pressure. Yeah. Senegal on the board as well.
Okay.
They get a goal early, and they take a 1-0 lead. I'm looking for stats here to see if I can get some. Give me an assist. France, assist. Mbappe. All right, here we go.
So you have him to score an assist or both?
He needs 2 combined goals, assists. If he gets 2 goals, that's fine. 2 assists, that's fine. An assist and a goal, that's fine.
Hey, man, you're a risk-taking man.
I just need 1 more assist or goal from Mbappe, who I believe is down on the pitch right now. So I need him to get up and be okay.
Right.
But right now, France up 1-0 early on Norway. And you've got Senegal 1-0 on Iraq in the 8th minute coming up later. I'm kind of fascinated to see tonight because Cape Verde, if they win, they'll advance.
Oh, okay.
Because that would give them 5 points, right? So I don't know. I need to look at a top 8 teams list. Could they get in with a third draw? Or would they need to win? They would probably need a win, I would imagine.
Yes, they need a win. They need a win.
So if they can get by Saudi Arabia tonight, they would get in. That would be a tremendous underdog story in this World Cup. Uruguay and Spain is also at 8 o'clock. Egypt, Iran. And Egypt has a win and a draw in this tournament. So they're in pretty good shape now.
I think Egypt has qualified.
And Belgium has been disappointed. They need to win tonight. They are heavy favorites against New Zealand. But a Belgium win would, I think, would get them to the knockout stage as well. So getting ready to kind of move on to that portion. So we got more group matches tomorrow. And then Canada and South Africa, just one game on Sunday. And that'll be the first knockout game. Yeah. Brazil, Japan on Monday. Germany and a TBD team will play, and then Netherlands, Morocco. USA, by the way, playing Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. Going to be a lot of fun at Overtime Tavern, playing sports trivia and watching USA play soccer in the round of 32, the knockout stage. So looking forward to that. Jamie says, I'm waiting for Sorsby to be announced as a new handicapper for DraftKings. He could probably get a job there. Jamie says, I agree with Victor. Colts always lost in the playoffs when they set Peyton Manning in week 17. Got to keep the foot on the gas, says Jamie. And when they rest the starters, they came out flat. But I don't know. I feel good about where USA is right now.
I mean, Turkey didn't win any game so far. They got beaten by Australia. They got beaten by Paraguay.
And coming in, they were supposed to be a threat.
Right. You know, so it's sort of, but I mean, hey, we can't cry over spilled milk like my people would say back home. You know?
We say that here too.
Oh, okay.
We say the old spilled milk phrase here in the States as well. All right. Anything going on today in Pirate Land? Let me check our Pirate Radio social media accounts and see if we have any news. Shirley? You clicked the mic. I thought you were going to talk. Saw some Gio Imajuru news. Believe getting some kind of 10-day deal with the Nuggets, I believe.
I think it's that's possible. I just know that he signed with the Nuggets. Yeah. But I was under the impression that they both signed, both him and Jordan Riley got those, I think they call it the exhibit contracts, which basically is a non-guarantee pay.
And they get to be on Pimp My Ride with Exhibit.
Yeah. X is going to give it to you.
R.I.P. DMX.
Yeah. Dang it. It has something to do with, it guarantees them a spot in terms of invites and practicing for the G League. Yeah. So you get like a G League salary, but it's no guarantee that you're going to be on the team.
Hopefully we see him maybe in some summer league action, and if, maybe the G League moving forward, which would be cool to have some Pirates spread out. Professional basketball. This was pretty interesting. Appalachian State has hired former Pirate wide receiver Peyton Mangrum to a role with player personnel. So Peyton Mangrum, he's going right into coaching and player development, and good luck with him. To him at Appalachian State. We mentioned Connor Norby sent down to AAA Jacksonville by the Marlins. And Parker Bird went yard.
Yeah.
Edenton Steamers. So Parker Bird.
And if I'm not mistaken, this weekend is his last weekend in town before he heads to San Diego State to train for the Paralympics.
That is correct. So, he will be – what a way to go out for Parker Bird with another home run. Fantastic.
Clip, I wanted to go back to the Gio Imajuru signing because somebody brought this up to me yesterday. I can't remember if it was Chandler or Mark, but they said with that signing, that means that there is a former Pirate in every professional sports in Colorado. You've got Zach Agnos with the Rockies. You've got Jaquan McMillan with the Broncos, and now Gio Imajuru with the Nuggets. And I thought that was interesting.
We just need a Colorado Avalanche player. But, the big three.
Yeah, the big three.
That's pretty cool.
I was about to say, what about the Avs?
You weren't about to say anything. You haven't been introduced. J-Bone's here. Hey, Jarrett.
Hey, Clip, how you doing? I was about to say, what about the Avs? But I wasn't allowed to talk. You covered it.
I did.
I don't know, man. I don't think Gio really – it's an Exhibit 10 contract. I don't really think he's going to –
Now, what is that we were talking about?
I don't know. He'll probably make the G League team. I'm more interested with Jordan Riley and the Pelicans because the Pelicans kind of suck. So I think he could actually maybe find his way onto a main roster.
Well, he's also better than Gio. Oh, come on, the Gio Imajuru.
Yeah, but in the Western Conference, there's a lot of size. So, I mean, he could be a contributor if he
– Who? Gio Imajuru?
Yeah.
Could be a contributor on the Denver Nuggets?
Yeah, like a 11th man in the regular season.
I would be shocked if he's a contributor.
I'm not going to say he's getting playoff minutes.
But you're saying he could be a contributor.
Yeah, I mean, Jokic isn't going to play all 82 games.
Somebody's got to carry Jokic's bags.
To
the plane.
Hey,
look,
really
I like
expensive.
Gio Imajuru, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend I was watching an NBA player last year.
No.
Okay.
But I mean, he could come in, grab a few boards, block a few shots.
All right.
Look, man, there's 82 games. Somebody's going to play.
Yeah, somebody's going to play. And somebody's going to pay. Yeah. How was your interview with James Plowright?
Very good. A lot of
I'll
stuff
be the judge
on the Hornets. On his end, very good. I don't know. I did my best.
Did you at any point yell at him and say, why are we having this discussion like you did us yesterday?
No, because he actually knows about the stuff going on. It's not just like, man, this Nas Reed guy's decent. It's like, yeah, no crap.
Jerry got so angry. It was so funny yesterday. I love it.
I did kind of give him a side eye when we were talking about maybe other offers for LaMelo, and he was like, I think RJ Barrett's better than Nas Reed. I'm like, you're out of your mind. Like, I didn't say that, but what are you talking about? A lot of great stuff on the World Cup at the end, too. I asked him a couple questions about soccer.
Thank you. I wanted Jarrett to ask a Brit.
Well, I was just like, you keeping up with it? And he's like, as much as I can with all the Hornet stuff. And then he gave like a 3-minute answer. And I'm like, well, damn, it seems like you're keeping up with it a lot.
What a weirdo to be, British and to be talking NBA.
Yeah, he lives in Manchester. Before we started recording, I was like, hey, man. He's like, it's hot. And I'm like, well, these Brits pass out over 75 degrees. I was like, how hot is it? He had to do the math to get it to Fahrenheit. He's like, 36 degrees Celsius. I'm like, that doesn't seem like that's too hot. And then he said it's 98 degrees and they don't have air conditioning over there.
Dang. Nick Lachey. Hey, see 98 degrees? That was before your time. Shirley?
Correct.
Bang. All right, J-Bone, we'll run that interview coming up in our final hour of today's show. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Brian North joins us on the Turner Home Team Live line. We got that. And a lot more coming your way. Pirate Radio Live on a Friday. Back with you after this.
Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
Hey Birdlands, Family Sundays are a day full of fun for kids of all ages. Before the game, meet the Orioles mascots, grab autographs, and watch the kids take the field for the national anthem. During the game, kids take over with kid-friendly music and inning breaks, kid guest splashers, and more. After the final out, stay for Kids Run the Bases, presented by Wise Markets, where kids 4 to 12 can run the bases, just like the pros. Bring your whole fam to the yard on Sundays. Visit Orioles.com/Family Sundays.
Whether you're joining us for lunch or dinner, Basil's is the place to be this summer. Stop by and explore Basil's new summer specialty menu, featuring fresh, bold flavors in every bite. Enjoy favorites like our fried green tomatoes, the ahi tuna salad, a delicious tuna sandwich, the crowd favorite seafood sensation, and more. Then cool off at the bar with an ice-cold beer, a glass of wine, or one of Basil's handcrafted specialty cocktails. And don't worry, your Basil's favorites and our full regular menu are available every day. Basil's, Pirates supporting Pirates.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
Hey, Pirate friends, it's Rhonda from Russell's, and we're back open with a whole new look. We have a ton of surprises for you to see, including our Johnny O Shop and Shop. Our racks and shelves are fully stocked with all new spring and summer merchandise for both men and women. Make it a point to come by Russell's in downtown Washington to check out the new look, experience the same great customer service you come to know, and see all the new quality clothing that you love. We can't wait to see our pirate friends and customers back at Russell's in downtown Washington.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
And may I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Hey everybody, this is David Glenn, and you're listening to my favorite station in Eastern North Carolina, Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Right on the corner and always right on the price at Doug Henry of Greenville. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clipper Rock.
A lot of action during the break. If you were sharp and took Mbappe 2 goals plus assist, then you're looking good, because he has 2 assists because France scored another. And who scored that goal? Victor, you said he was a very
Ousmane
good footballer. Who?
Ousmane Dembele.
Ousmane Dembele. So a couple of goals for France, and then Norway comes right back and scores. So if you had both teams to score, you're looking good right now. And it's a feel-good Friday. Also, Jarrett Watkins has 2 movie reviews, he says, coming up later on this hour.
Fine films.
All right, we got some film talk coming up. But right now, we'll head out to the Turner Home Team live line. Joining us, WCTI 12's Brian North on a Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. North, how you doing, man?
Hanging in there, Clipper. Hope you're doing the same.
I am. Today's top story. Bear runs through City Hall. I saw it on your Facebook page. Honestly, like, I don't know if I'm getting old or what, or if I've become like an animal lover. I guess I channeled my wife and daughter because they love the wildlife, the deer and everything in our backyard in a field. But I saw on your Facebook post the bear running through, what was that, New Bern, the city?
Downtown New Bern, yep.
Yeah.
Part of it, where it's been for 300 plus years, and not too many people have seen a bear go rolling through like that before.
My first thought was, man, that's sad. Like, it can't find its mom. Like, it was a cub, and I was like, dang, I hope it reunited with its family at some point.
Yeah, one of the animal experts on the page said it looked like it was a cub who just got weaned from its mother, which basically means it was getting kicked out to go find its own food, and it tried to go get some takeout orders and for it. So, but it was on the run for a long time yesterday. A lot of people had video of it in several parts of the city, but, and then you had your people saying, well, we keep building and encroaching into their forest, but sometimes these things just happen, a teenager bear, a younger bear goes looking and exploring and got caught in a place that probably shouldn't have been.
Yeah, a little excitement for the townspeople. Hopefully everyone was safe and the bear made it back. But, I don't know. Do we have a conclusion to this story, Brian, or is it up in the air?
We don't. I think by the time wildlife, it was on the move so much. But last I heard was it was back in the river, probably getting to a place closer to where it needed to be. But the fact that we didn't find it is probably a good thing, means it needs to be where it needs to be.
Brian, updating last week's show, you mentioned there was a couple. We were talking about the MLS player, Britton, from Britton Fisher from Greenville that was playing in the MLS. And I asked you if we had any WNBA players. And you knew there was two, could not think of names, but you immediately texted me after we had chatted. Jessica Breland. Bertie County, went to Carolina, cancer survivor, played 10 years in the WNBA and was an all-star. So there's some good info North gave me. And also Tanisha Lewis, Southwest Edgecombe, NC State, played for the Houston Comets and the Charlotte Sting back in the day. Now the head coach at UNC Asheville. So North knew there was some stories of local girls playing eventually in the WNBA, and there's the names for you.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. And, Jessica Breland, just a little footnote on that, she was playing in the WNBA the same time that Kent Bazemore from Bertie County was playing in the NBA.
Wow.
Fun fact, they're both from a town called Kelford. And I think the population, the last census, was 240 people in Kelford.
What are the odds?
Yeah, two of them playing in the highest levels of basketball in America. So it was pretty wild.
Biggest story in the NBA involving the Charlotte Hornets, and North, we talked some Hornets with you during the second half of the season when they kind of went on a run and got people excited about basketball for the first time in forever. And what do? They trade LaMelo Ball. They get rid of LaMelo Ball, bring in Naz Reid and a ton of picks. And I guess the thought is there's more moves coming. You certainly hope so if you are a Hornets fan. But I can't say too much about this. I can't be upset because I've called LaMelo Ball a loser. I've called him immature. I've said you're not going to win a championship with LaMelo Ball. So I've got to kind of stick to my guns on that after they make this deal.
I was kind of equated him to like an and one player. He was the flashy guy, and the moves he would make and some of the highlight video reel stuff. I mean, that's what it was. You just crazy shots and unbelievable passes, but that was only the highlights. And you show up to an and one game, remember the old basketball tour, and then you would see sometimes things didn't go the way they always looked in the highlight reel. And I always felt that way with LaMelo Ball. You had the good with the bad. You had the highlight reel stuff, and you'll have the entertainment factor. Gosh, there was a lot of bad basketball there as well. There was turnovers. There was streaky shooting. There was a lack of defense. And I don't know if that's the type of guy. It's great for selling some tickets when you're trying to get your franchise jump-started, but I don't know if he's the type of guy that'll lead you to a championship into the next level of basketball. And so I kind of, I'm the same way you are. I was not a huge fan of it. He was kind of the face of the franchise, and again, because it goes back to highlight reels, not necessarily great fundamental basketball. So I don't have a problem with it. I think they'll be better off because of it, but it is still hard to take away the guy that you basically associate your team with.
North, early 2000s, I was getting weaned off my parents and moved out and into an apartment. And every afternoon, my roommate and I, the ritual was watching And One Mixtape Tour on ESPN, and then we'd watch PTI and Around the Horn. And I was a big fan of that. There was a couple of guys with North Carolina ties in that. And I'm trying to remember, I want to say the guy named 50 went to like North Carolina Central or something like that. And then Helicopter, I want to say, was from North Carolina as well. But I remember there was some North Carolina connections in that program as well.
Helicopter, John Humphrey, who was a West Carteret star.
I love that you know this. Yeah.
And I got to know John, and I know him really well. He's the Croatan boys basketball coach now.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
That is awesome.
So John, he went to Lewisburg. And so out of West Carteret, he left his senior year like everybody did back then and went to, that private school, Mouth of Wilson, up there in Virginia that everybody went to back in those days. And then he ended up going to Lewisburg and then to Middle Tennessee State. And I remember when they played at ECU one night when they were at Middle Tennessee State and had a really good career there. And played professional basketball, but could never kind of really stick in America. But played overseas for a long time. But then got on with the And One tour. Had freakish jumping ability. But yeah, John's always been around, and he came back to Federal when his playing career was over. He played for Kobe Bryant's dad over in Japan, Jelly Bean Bryant.
Jeez.
So, then he came back over here, and then he's now Croatan boys basketball coach on his fifth year, something like that, coming up. So, and done really well with them.
All right, I'm gonna add him to the list of names I need to try to get on the show. That's awesome. 50, by the way, is Robert Martin, and I was wrong about the school, but right about North Carolina. Actually played at High Point in the 90s before joining the And One Mixtape Tour.
And there's one other one in there. There was the Eighth Wonder was Antoine Scott from Newburgh. And Eighth Wonder, Antoine, played at Wake Forest and was a freak there with big dunking ability. And he played with Chris Dawson, who was from Kinston. Yeah. And so he has now got a son who is one of the top-rated freshmen in the state. Now he's about to be a sophomore, A.J. Scott. And the first program to actually offer A.J. was East Carolina. So, but that was the Eighth Wonder, Antoine Scott.
I love that. I thought I had just a tidbit of information that Brian would be like, oh, okay. And no, he knows the entire damn encyclopedia of it. That's awesome.
I know both of those guys really well. So it's just, it's been fun following them. A fun story with Antoine was that several years ago, remember when Dennis Rodman took a all-star team over to North?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Antoine was part of that whole deal. So
jeez.
He told us the whole story and the ins and outs of the whole thing over there. So, it's Antoine's legendary around these parts. And now his son, AJ, Antoine Jr., is about to be one of the next great basketball players out of Eastern North Carolina.
Sometimes I'm like, man, should I just not talk to Brian in June and July, wait till football rolls around? No, this is why we talk to Brian North when there's nothing going on. Just a bevy of useless information that I find very interesting, Brian, so I appreciate it. Brian North joining us, Turner Home Team Live Line. North, USA loses last night in a game. It kind of stinks to have a game that really, that seriously, literally did not matter one way or the other as far as standings or seedings or things like that go. But USA now in the knockout stage. They've been here before in the World Cup and usually lose pretty quickly, but this year it is expanded, so they'll play a weaker team. Hopefully can get to at least the round of 16 and go from there. But man, it's been fun. This is the best I've seen USA play in a World Cup in my life, and we'll see if that can continue.
Certainly helps that they've been on home soil. We had the last World Cup here was 1994, and I remember the big excitement for the U.S. when that happened as well. And so having them in your backyard always is an advantage. Of course, the expanded tournament in the expanded knockout round certainly helps, and 2 good wins. And yet you had that thing. We always see this in professional sports, right? Once you clinch, it's rest versus rust.
Yeah.
Do you play people? Do you not? And with soccer, there's yellow cards and all that other stuff that factored in. So I did catch the second half. It just felt like Turkey was going to win when I was watching the end of the game. Kind of struggling to stay up because it was well past what I normally stay up, but had today off so I could do it. But it just kind of felt like this was going to be one of those deals, and this was going to give us something to talk about for a week plus about whether we should have rested people or just ruin the momentum. And the Turkey players were so jacked up. But look, it is what it is. If they go and they beat Bosnia Herzegovina, then no one will remember this game against Turkey. But if they go out and lay an egg against the hyphenated country, then that'll be a topic of discussion.
We talked about this on the show yesterday. Were you aware, Brian, of, I kept hearing Turkey. Well, what the hell is Turkey? Is this a new country? Is this Turkey modified? Because, countries have changed names over the years due to all kinds of political stuff and things like that. But I read that it became, it's always been Turkey, but it became like official in the United Nations and everything like in 2023 or something like that. Because, the people in Turkey wanted the world to know their, indigenous roots and things like that. But B, the reason we're all thinking because they didn't want to be associated with the bird turkey. So I found that quite funny that they were like, you know what? We don't want to. Turkeys kind of has a bad connotation. Like, look at those turkeys, something like that. So they're like, no, we're Turkey, and we want to be Turkey. But yeah, when I first saw that during the World Cup, I was like, what the hell is Turkey? What you got, Jarrett?
What you Turkey A's got cooked up for Thanksgiving?
There we go. Mark Lindsay asking what the Turkey A's got going on. But Brian, I found that nugget interesting.
Yeah. So when the World Cup comes around every 4 years, it's like the Olympics, right? None of us care about figure skating or gymnastics until every 4 years come around. And for a lot of us, World Cup now on our American soil. So yes, I was looking through it. I've been learning lots about world geography with some of these,
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Cape Verde, which, off of Africa. The only reason I've heard of that is because of the Saharan dust coming off the continent that helps prevent hurricanes here. Well, now I know they actually have a soccer team, and they've been the Cinderellas, right? And so Turkey was one of those that I looked at, and I go, oh, God, all right. I didn't investigate, but I just saw it, and I go, well, either we've been screwing it up all or they wanted to change. Just like we'll see with athletes, right? You call them a name for a while,
sure.
And all of a sudden, they change their name around, or it's sounding different than what you originally thought. And so I just like, whatever. It's going to be like Twitter to me. I'm still going to call it Turkey. I don't care what you call it. It's still Twitter, and it's going to be that way. I've had that kind of rule my whole life, like stadiums. I give you a brand new stadium, you get the first name. And after that, I don't either go with a name change, or I just call it Panther Stadium, or I still call it Ericsson.
I was going to say, you go into Ericsson Stadium this fall.
So that's how my old brain rolls. It gets full of all that useless knowledge we heard earlier. It doesn't have room for name changes in there and things like that.
Brian North joining us. How the girls doing back there?
I'm getting an update right now. Yeah, that died. Okay.
I'm going to call Mommy's present.
Okay, and you're going to charge it? Okay. All right. Thank you.
I'm going to watch it.
You're going to watch TV in there. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Running daddy daycare.
We're good to go.
Home today, yeah.
Can never tell if you're hanging with Luke Schwartz or the girls, but now we know today it's the girls.
Similar. It's very similar in the way I talk to them. Yeah, talk about the same way.
Good stuff, North. What you got going on this weekend?
Wifey is out of town. She is
another New Kids on the Block concert.
Yes, you are correct, sir.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, bro. So her birthday is today, and instead of wanting to spend it with her family, she's going through her midlife crisis. She'd rather spend it with 5 dudes in Las Vegas.
I was seriously, I had no idea, but I feel like that's always the answer when your wife's out of town.
That is pretty much, again, this is midlife crisis time in her early 40s, and so she is, this is what she finds her identity with, just like Shirley Rhodes, but
yeah.
But she spends all of our money doing that now. So that's, I won't be able to retire for another 15 years because of New Kids on the Block getting all our money.
It's unbelievable. I mean, credit to those guys for now 40 years just taking the money of young girls and now women of a certain age, just nonstop.
when I went with her for my birthday. No, I'll find it in just a minute when I'm almost done. Okay, I'll help you. Yeah, I think that's it. Go ahead. When I went, she took me for my birthday.
Yeah. All right, North, you need to run.
Well, we're working on it. But when she took me for my birthday in February, that was my birthday present. Extortion that goes along with some of the stuff that they do. So
yeah,
they do a thing called meet and greet, where it's like $500 a ticket. So that's $100 for each of them, and there has to be like 3,000 fans that get one for each concert. You do that math and how much that is for those guys to just take a picture and move on. It's incredible the money that they make, but good for them.
Yeah. And look, I'm not going to pretend that as a 10 whatever year old, I didn't have both of their cassette tapes and everything and was jamming out. So, but again, that was when I was 10 years old. I kind of moved on after a few years, but
they've all gone back. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought my wife was bad until I saw all the other wackos out there, and I'm like, okay, you're not so bad.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's a whole group of them, whole world of them. All right, North. Well, keep the household intact for the weekend, and we'll check in with you again next week, man. Appreciate it.
All right, sounds good, Clipper.
Brian North joining us on Daddy Duty weekend for North as those wackos that love New Kids on the Block and still goes to concerts. I don't know anyone like that, but we'll.
Oh, hush!
Is that Donnie?
That is Donnie Wahlberg. Is Donnie Wahlberg. No. Don't pretend like you didn't know. Is that Donnie? You know it's Donnie.
Well, there's like a bunch of boy bands. I didn't know which one Donnie was in.
You knew that was Donnie.
I assumed it was Donnie, but you know what happens when you assume.
That's right.
Boston Blue, by the way. Check it out.
Never seen it.
Haven't seen it.
Is that Tom Selleck?
That was Blue Bloods. Now there's a spinoff because Tom Selleck got too Republican and they fired him. And now there's Boston Blue.
In the show or in life?
He said that they didn't like his right-wing views, even though they kept Donnie Wahlberg.
All right. Thank you, Jared. You always bring a portion of the news.
Coming up later on E.
I am unaware of. We'll take a break, come back. We'll get some Jared Watkins movie reviews and have more for you. Another goal for Franck, and it's that same dude, I think.
Got a hattie?
I don't know. He was counting.
He went like that. Or maybe he was doing the Jalen Brunson thing.
Yeah, either way, it's 3-1. France over Norway. Senegal up 1-0 on the Iraq. We'll take a break, come back, and have more for you. Hour 1, Pirate Radio Live after this.
Looking for the perfect bottle of wine or something a little more unique? Discover Simply Divine Oil and Wine in Arlington Village. With a huge selection of hand-picked wines and gourmet olive oils, there's something for every taste. Not sure what to choose? Kimberly and her expert team are always ready to guide you, answer your questions, and help you find your new favorite. Join the fun with wine tastings twice a month or test your knowledge at trivia every Thursday. Follow Simply Divine Oil and Wine on Facebook and Instagram to stay in the know. Simply Divine Oil and Wine. Elevate your pour.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Carolina Eagle Distributing is celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. For 150 years, Budweiser has been the heart of America beer culture, bringing people together across generations. Cheers to 150 years. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
This July 4th, celebrate America's 250th in the original Washington, where history comes to life. Festivities begin Friday, July 3rd at 4:30 p.m. with the grand opening of the city's brand new History Museum. On Saturday, kick off the day with the Founding Fathers 5K at 8 a.m., explore history exhibits, and enjoy free trolley rides from 10 to 2, and live music from 7 to 9 p.m. Then look to the skies for a spectacular fireworks show at 9:15 p.m. Come walk through 250 years of history, celebration, brand and community. Right here in the original Washington. Learn more at visitwashingtonnc.com.
A quick getaway to paradise is as easy as breezing into 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel. Enjoy coastal Carolina cuisine featuring fresh local seafood or savor their hand-cut steaks. It's the premier dining destination on the Crystal Coast. The waterfront restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, dinner, and their popular weekend brunch. 34 Degrees North restaurant in Beaufort is open daily. Visit their website, 34degreesnorthrestaurant.com, or call 252-838-7250. 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel.
UBE and PireWare.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWare.com. Go Pirates!
You've had your new computer a few years now, but lately it's been running super slow, acting strange, and you're worried about viruses and losing data.
This is driving me mad!
Let the experts at University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern professionally diagnose your Mac or PC to see what's really going on. They'll determine the root cause and not just symptoms, so you don't waste money fixing the wrong issues. Call 252-558-1280 for in-store or remote service, or make an appointment online at universitypccare.com.
A quick getaway to paradise is as easy as breezing into 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel. Enjoy coastal Carolina cuisine featuring fresh local seafood or savor their hand-cut steaks. It's the premier dining destination on the Crystal Coast. The waterfront restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, dinner, and their popular weekend brunch. 34 Degrees North restaurant in Beaufort is open daily. Visit their website, 34degreesnorthrestaurant.com, or call 252-838-7250. 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel.
This is former ECU defensive coordinator Greg Hudson, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Boom!
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC will match all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Friday. Still to come, James Plowright from BuzzBeat talking LaMelo Ball trade. Also, another opponent preview, as we will talk some Rice football. Matthew Bartlett joined us. We talked to Matthew earlier today and got his thoughts on the Owls. This will be the third opponent preview we've done, and in two of them, they are 2 5-win teams that went to bowl games last year.
Yeah,
App State and Rice.
Chip on the shoulder, man. They're trying to get back.
I go back. Let's get a little J-Bone movie review action going on. So you said you got a couple of flicks. Are these new flicks, old flicks?
One is new. Just came out on it was a limited release in theaters, so I didn't get to see it in the theater, but I rented it on Amazon, and then the other one came out last year.
Okay.
So, Tuner. We'll start with Tuner, the new one. Dustin Hoffman, Leo Whittle.
Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, he had a limited part, but main part of the story, and it was very funny.
Tuner. Okay, this is, I don't know him. I don't know her. I know Dustin Hoffman. I don't know these people.
It's a small film.
It is a crime thriller. Okay, I like crime thrillers.
Yeah, so Leo Woodall, he's got a hearing disability. He's allergic to sound, so he has to wear these plugs. He's really good at tuning pianos. And then Dustin Hoffman locks his hearing aids in a safe, and then he finds out he's good at cracking safes. So a Russian mob recruits him to steal things and break into safes.
Interesting.
Yeah, very good. My new #1 ranked film of the year.
94% Rotten Tomatoes. How many bones?
Let's see.
On the
I got to start keeping up with these.
Yeah.
206.
This is the official Jared Watkins ranking system.
187.46. It was a 91 out of 100.
Wow. This is a 2025 film.
It was shown at festivals in 2025. It was not released to the public until 2026.
So you're counting for this year?
Obsession counts for this year, doesn't it?
I don't know. When was it made?
I mean, it doesn't matter. It came out this year.
Okay. All right.
If 45 people saw it in 2025, that doesn't make it a 2025 movie.
Okay. It kind of does, though, because people saw it. It was made, it was there, and people saw it.
The release year counts for when it had a public release.
I think you should count it when you see it. So Arlington Road is a 2025 film.
It's a 2026 film.
2026.
And that would, I mean, it's a no contest at that point.
All right, so Tuner gets 187 bones.
This is not one where it's like, I enjoyed it, but I won't recommend it. I recommend this to everybody. Phenomenal film. Brilliantly made. The music, the piano in this is just beautiful. It's great.
You are, when it comes to movies, you are a different person. You really respect art. You respect the process, the craft, the work it takes to put these pieces of art together.
Yeah, I mean, like music, I like a niche kind of music, like old country music. Movies, I'm down for anything. Like there's a musical coming out with Paul Giamatti, and I'm like, I'm there for it.
All right.
But new one I saw came out last year, Song Sung Blue, Kate Hudson and Hugh Jackman. You hear about it and you're like, this is a Neil Diamond biopic. And then you watch the trailer and it's a Neil Diamond cover band biopic. And then you watch the movie and it is the most bat crap crazy thing you've ever seen.
I think my mom saw that.
It was like, you have fun. I'm going to spoil it because it's been out for a while. It's on Netflix now. You're watching it, you're having fun. They're singing Neil Diamond songs, and you're like, yeah, this is a good time. It's not a great movie, but it's a good time. And then, bam, Kate Hudson gets hit by a car, loses her leg. She gets addicted to pain pills.
Was it LaMelo Ball?
No, it was not LaMelo Ball.
Was it Henry?
She was like putting a garden in the front yard, and a car just, bam, got her. And she gets addicted to pills, goes to rehab. She comes back. She's like, I want to get back out there and sing some Neil Diamond songs with you because she's married to Hugh Jackman. And then back at it, you're having fun. The comeback tour, bam, Hugh Jackman dies, has a heart attack. And then the funeral, and they sing a Neil Diamond song at the funeral. That's very sad. I would recommend this just because it was absolutely crazy. And if you're like me, you'll laugh at it. And if you're like my mom, you'll sob.
Okay.
But good time.
How many bones?
How many bones?
That's all I care about.
Let's see.
Because if it's not hitting 150 bones, I'm not watching.
All right, I'll see. I didn't give it a rating on my Letterboxd, but 3.5 stars.
I'm not going to watch this movie. I can go ahead and tell you.
Maybe if you and the wife want to watch
the wife.
Let's see. I'll give it a 72. So
if I'm watching something with the wife, I got to go see the new Toy Story and bring my daughter along. And she wants to see the new Minions. And she wants to see Maggle.
148.32.
Oh, just missed the cut. Sorry. Will not be watching that film. All right. Good deal. You got any other plans?
The Invite. I want to go see The Invite. That comes out July 10th. Nothing this week. Let's see what's coming out. Because I'm not going to go to a movie theater to see a children's movie. That's kind of weird.
Any Jurassic Park or Avengers movies coming out?
No. Minions and Monsters. My buddy wants to go see that, but that's kind of like, hey, let's wait for it to come out. Let's drink and watch that as a joke.
When is the new Batman coming out?
Next year.
Okay.
So July 10th, you got Evil Dead Burn, new Evil Dead. I'll watch it just because. But I want to see The Invite with Seth Rogen, Olivia Wilde, Edward Norton, Penelope Cruz. That's July 10th. And then July 17th, the big one of the year, The Odyssey. Really looking forward to that. I already got my tickets.
Gary Bertier is in The Odyssey.
Who is that?
The guy from, we were looking up what other movies. Bertier from... Remember the Titans?
Oh, okay.
Left Side, Strong Side.
Okay.
We were looking at other movies he had been in, and he's in The Odyssey.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
a lot of people are in this.
I don't think he's going to have a big role or anything.
I mean, like, John Bernthal's like the 9th build guy.
I don't like him.
Yeah. Have you seen the cut? Like, it's an edit, and he's just like, the caption's like, this guy's always wanting to say something. It's just everything he's ever been in. Let me tell you something. I got to tell you something. Hey, man, I've been thinking.
I find him so annoying. I think it's mostly his character from Walking Dead.
He plays the same thing in everything.
But I hate that guy.
I watched
and people love that guy. I hate him.
When I was laid up in bed after my surgery, I watched both The Accountants. And in that, he plays the same guy. I've seen him in the trailer for this. He's the same guy. He's going up to Tom Holland. He's like, yo, daddy ain't coming back. Let me tell you something. And it's like, who the hell keeps casting John Bernthal in these things?
I'm not a fan at all. Pike liked the stream. He said Zach Kaplan had a good view while filming the Little League game last night between Pepsi and Physicians East. Lincoln Parker stole the show.
Done and dusted.
All right. Jamie said, Jarrett, they can't celebrate like the Jalen Brunson. They get carded. Oh, good Lord.
If they cover their mouth. That's for real crazy. That's what he said.
I don't know what any of these words mean.
Well, I asked if the guy had the Hattie, and I was like, he did this, but he could have been doing the Jalen Brunson thing.
Okay. All right. You do get carded if you cover your mouth. Because apparently people are covering their mouth and saying racial slurs. And they're like, hey, guys, if you're going to say something, say it with your chest.
Yeah.
Is there a movie Jarrett would rate with Broken Bones?
Domestic Disturbance. I watched that after my surgery. Vince Vaughn and John Travolta. It was absolutely terrible.
Mike P said, if you have Apple TV, Widow's Bay is a pretty good show. A pretty good show? I didn't love it as much at the end as I did at the beginning. But the episode where the lady has the party is one of my favorite episodes of television I've ever seen.
Mac doesn't like it, so I'm not going to watch it.
Fine.
And I'm not going to pay for Apple TV.
Widow's Bay was a really good show. It's got the dude from The Americans in
See
it.
you, John. Where are you going? Over there?
Right over there.
Back to Sampson County.
We'll take a break. Hour 2 on the way after this timeout.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. With 2 great locations already serving our community, Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And we're growing. A brand new location is coming soon on Highway 11 right across from Aiden Crifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. And you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
Play
Trade against sports. Buy, sell, trade. Great deals never felt so good.
So good, so good, so good.
I saved a bunch of cash.
Buy, sell, trade.
Using my gear like I never knew I could. Play it against sports. Buying and selling new and used sporting and fitness equipment for over 27 years right here in Greenville. Located on Greenville Boulevard across from the Nissan dealership.
Looking for a night out that's a little different? At Encino Mexican Steakhouse. Bold Mexican flavors meet premium steakhouse tradition. Sink your knife into perfectly cooked, hand-cut steaks. Savor rich, authentic dishes inspired by Mexican culinary heritage and pair it all with a handcrafted cocktail. Encino Mexican Steakhouse, where Mexican flavor meets steakhouse perfection. On Memorial Drive in Greenville or online at EncinoRestaurant.com.
This is Dr. Hasty from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as a walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Your dream home starts with an unshakable foundation. At Unshakable, they don't just build houses, they build trust. From blueprint to keys, their expert team is with you every step of the way. You dream it, they'll build it. Visit unshakablebuilders.com today to start your journey home the right way. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, coming up, Hour 3, we'll have our Simply Divine Oil and Wine Best of Pirate Radio Live for the week. I got a lot more interviews coming up on today's program as well, including James Plowright to talk LaMelo Ball trade, as well as a interview with Matthew Bartlett to talk some Rice football. We will now go out to the Turner Home Team live line. Joining us, Tony Dunn, C3 Panthers podcast. Tony, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing good. Jared, you want to say something?
Yeah, my Brendan Sorsby bet not looking great.
Remind us of that.
Well, I bet my life that Brendan Sorsby would be a better NFL quarterback than Ty Simpson.
Yeah, well, we did clarify,
he has to play in the NFL.
I guess so. Because if not, we'll never know. Although,
I guess we'll never know.
I don't know. We could kill you. I think we could find a reason to kill you.
Yeah, you don't have to dig too deep, but I think this one should be.
All right, speaking of quarterbacks, NFL Top 100, it's that time of the year.
Yeah.
And this is a player vote. And Tony, Bryce Young is a top 100 player in the NFL. And that leads me to believe that just about every quarterback is going to be on this list. Because when we did our quarterback rankings, we had them somewhere in the 20s, I
21,
believe.
22.
Yeah. So, Tony, were you surprised at all to see Bryce Young on this list?
I don't think so, but I mean, it kind of stings when you say it like that every quarterback is going to be on the list. So Bryce Young being among the bottom. No, I mean, I don't think there's 32 starting quarterbacks and it's the most important position in the NFL, right? So I guess that by default kind of gets them in to the top, maybe 150, I don't know, 100, but obviously 100, but, I guess it's nice. I think it shows, or we hope it shows that his peers think he is ascending rather than declining.
Good conspiracy theory by Jamie. I like this one. Where did Bryce Young go to college?
Alabama.
The NFL is full of Crimson Tide players. Maybe they just voted for their boy. I don't hate that conspiracy theory. But I do agree as well with Tony that he has certainly, had career highs last year. Yeah. And if you had to choose, is he on the rise or decline? You'd certainly say rise. So there's that. Tony, any other Panthers you're predicting to make this list?
Derek Brown, J.C. Horn.
You got to go Tet, right? Rookie of the year, maybe? No, not yet.
Maybe. I think it's reasonable to talk about it. Wouldn't it be crazy that he'd be ahead of Bryce?
Yes and no. I would kind of put him there, but
he's had more success, but I don't know if he had a very, very good rookie year, but to me, it was, and he was among him and Mecca, the
Egbuka, yeah.
But it still was. It was good. It wasn't to me like one of the most insane rookie seasons of all time or anything. It wasn't. But Derek Brown for sure. I think he's got to make it. I think J.C. Horn will make it. And trying to think of anybody else that should be in that other than Tet. Those are probably the guys right there.
Hornets had 5 guys in the Ringer Top 100. Well, now 4. But.
Was Nas Reed in there?
No.
Okay.
It was LaMelo, Khan, Brandon Miller, and Moose.
Interesting. How about Raiders are going to have Brock Bowers and Max Crosby.
Yep.
And
Genty.
Oh.
You're talking the top 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. Max Crosby, Brock. I think Colton Miller could sneak in there.
If Bryce Young is in there, Jaden Daniels has got to be in there.
Yeah. Well, he didn't play a lot last year.
I know. They kind of based it off last year. So Terry McLaurin had a career year the year before. He was on it last year. He might not be there this year.
No.
And I think he probably deserves to. Do the Commanders, like Deron Payne, maybe? Probably not. I don't know if we got a lot of guys.
I think Jamie made a good point, all about who you know.
And Deron Payne did go to Alabama.
Okay.
So I'm going to give him a shot to make that top 100 list. Tony, I think I saw today that we always talk about it this time of year. This is no news is good news. This is don't get hurt, don't get arrested time of year. I believe I saw there have been 12 arrests.
I think that's accurate.
This offseason. And there was a big one this week.
Yeah, Terrion Arnold, who said, don't worry about calling the cops. We got this ourselves. And I think they also got the wrong guy, allegedly.
All right, so what happened here? Facing felony charges of armed robbery and kidnapping.
He was down in Florida. Somebody robbed his Airbnb twice. And then him and his buddies think they found out who it was, lured him to an apartment, and interrogated him and pistol whipped him, allegedly.
Sean Taylor got in trouble for this. He got some ATVs or something stolen and decided to take the law in his own hands.
Did he at least get the right guy?
I don't recall. I'll have to look up that story. But are you saying they got the wrong guy?
Allegedly, that was
Ozarks or something.
That was a part of one story I saw where it's just we don't even know if he got the right guy. And then one story was they think they got the right guy.
Wow. All right. So he's going to be in some serious trouble.
Yeah. They had a picture of him at his arraignment, and this was either Bears fan, Packers fan, Vikings fan. It's I guess now you can call him a lockdown corner.
Sean Taylor had 2 custom ATVs stolen. He tracked down the individuals he believed were responsible. Witnesses allege he got out of his vehicle, pulled a handgun, demanded return of his property. Charged with aggravated assault with a firearm and simple battery. He did avoid jail time.
Forget the ATVs back.
I'm thinking he got him back. Unless it was the wrong guy. He's like, sir, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not going to get into specifics, but somebody in my family did this with the television.
So somebody stole a family member of yours television?
Mm-hmm. And while they were on vacation.
Oh.
And they got back and they were like, well, I know at least somebody who will know about this. So they went to that person's house. They said it was this person. And they got the TV back.
Yeah. Did you yada, yada, yada over the best part?
Yeah. I don't really know if I want to. Statute limitations.
They got the right guy.
Yeah.
Somehow his TV grew 8 inches. That's my TV, but it's bigger than mine. But yeah, I'm going to take it. So is the moral of the story should we contact the police if something like this happens? If you're Terrion Arnold?
Ask around first. Maybe just don't be like, we think it's this guy.
Yeah, make sure you know the guy for sure. But how are you going to know without torture?
Actually, you know what? Since we're on the air, call the police.
Yeah.
But if we're not on the air.
All right, there's your arrest update going on. I don't know, J-Bone. What's going through your NFL mind these days?
Brandon Ayuk versus the entire San Francisco 49ers roster and front office, because George Kittle was on Pardon My Take saying, like, yeah, I mean, the guy was paid $130 million. He can't be that unhappy.
I don't want him so much.
Yeah.
I don't see...
He seems to be very confident that once he gets cut, the Commanders will just pick him up automatically.
I know. It kind of scares me. And at this point, you wouldn't want to touch this guy, right?
Why is he so upset?
Great
He got
question.
paid. I don't know. He got paid and then
Great
got
question,
hurt.
Tony.
And then once you get hurt, they're kind of looking to move off of you.
Oh, so they don't want him anymore?
No.
But
they don't want to cut him. They want something back for him, and he's making sure that they are going to get nothing for him.
Right now, they're Terrion Arnold holding Brandon Ayuk hostage. And they got the right guy.
They think.
That's the right guy.
They think.
They think
This guy has our $130 million.
Ah, man. Yeah, man, it's just a complete... What is it with these receivers? And, like, every year it's either Antonio Brown or pick a receiver.
Yeah.
Just having an absolute summer meltdown.
Do you think they get together and have a meeting and they just, like, whoever draws the short stick or the burnt match, it's like, all right, you're going to lose your mind this offseason.
And it could have been Marvin Harrison or, like, DeAndre Hopkins. Like, it could have been one of those guys. Calvin Johnson, Andre Johnson. It could have been them, but they never drew the straw. So they just had to act calm.
Larry Fitzgerald?
It could have been Larry Fitzgerald.
That would be very out of
I
character.
think Marvin Harrison didn't he?
Yeah, he kind of took the law in his own hands, I believe, too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a car wash story.
I used to work at a car wash.
Let me Google that up. Did you ever see Marvin Harrison?
No,
there?
I was... one guy threatened to beat me with the hammer. He didn't show the hammer, so I didn't really take him seriously.
With MC Hammer?
Yeah, sure.
Marvin Harrison's car wash in North Philadelphia, often called Chucky's Garage, was the focal point of major 2008 police and FBI investigation. Ballistics tied to the NFL star's legally owned handgun to a shooting outside the business. No charges were ever filed against them. This is one of those things, Tony, that, like, really got swept under the rug. And
good old days.
I guess. But he was such a, like, quiet dude. I don't know if he got the benefit of the doubt, or
would this be like Tim Duncan just kind of getting swept up?
Yeah, that's a very good, I think, very good example.
Duncan, dude.
No, I'm
no,
just saying,
just that kind of temperament.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There is something like where we just assumed he was a nice guy because he was quiet.
Yeah.
And good. It's like, and so you just, for all we know, he could have been like in the cartel, a cartel member.
Well, that's how it is. Like when a serial killer is found out, and all those neighbors are like, "I thought he was a great guy, kept to himself, never bothered anybody."
Well,
BTK was at church every Sunday, man.
Yeah,
quiet. You got the wrong guy.
Kenny, I don't know how. T.O. is the poster child of summer freakouts. He's doing the sit-ups in his driveway. Yeah. That was an all-time
You
classic.
think he at the meeting every year he just drew the short stick? Damn it, again?
T.O. Like Mac knew T.O. He was just a fine young man.
Straws.
Yeah.
He's so tired of drawing straws. Now, look, I mean, a couple of things with T.O. is he was really freaking good.
Yeah.
Is Brandon Ayuk is just an okay guy, okay player. He's nowhere close to T.O. And it shows you, too, I feel like we've changed our standards on what a freak out is or whatever. It's like, T.O., popcorn, put the ball in the star. Like, I mean, he was a jerk, but he had a lot of,
swagger?
Yeah, I mean, he just bravado, I guess.
Well, I don't think he had any trouble with the law now that I think about it, Tony. So, yeah, you're right.
Doing sit-ups.
Let the man do sit-ups in his driveway. Why do we care? Why are we on his property watching him do sit-ups.
Yep.
That's on us.
Like one of these AI posts. Have you seen these AI Facebook posts? And it's like somebody having a meltdown about the guy across the street cutting his grass with no shirt on. And it's like it's just all made up to get clicked.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's standing outside. But Gio did want the press, in some ways, is that you kind of had to do this. I won't say you had to do things like that, but pre-social media, one, things didn't get around as much, obviously.
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison, nice guy. And two, you kind of had to generate through, I won't say controversy, but at least media coverage, attention. You know, now you could just get up and live stream sit-ups in your driveway.
Jamie says Michael Irvin got out of crack possession. Look, Jamie, crack is whack, but he did stab a teammate in the neck with a pair of scissors. I think that would be...
What was the wrestler that did that?
More egregious than...
used to smoke crack and play football, dude.
Who? Lawrence Taylor?
Yeah. And he would just go and get smoke crack in the locker room. Well, he was... I love this.
It's illegal, but it's totally not fair. That is a performance enhancer that should not be allowed in football.
You want to talk about a guy that water off a duck's back, nothing sticks to him. LT is like the most beloved football player of all time.
Yeah,
and he showed up in the second half of the games, and he's like, that's what being good does. Being great gets you a lot of grace.
He did not know that prostitute was underage.
Oh, okay. But everybody loved him not too far after the crack stuff. I mean, he's in Waterboy making a joke, when Bobby Boucher's talking, hey kids, don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Using Any Given Sunday. I mean, everybody loves him.
I think it's just these new age guys. Everybody's soft. Nobody can do anything anymore.
Can't smoke crack in the NFL. What kind of world we live in?
I mean, guy can't smoke a little crack.
Did you hear the prostitute thing I said?
I didn't know about that.
You did. I just said it a couple seconds ago. And then you just called everybody soft.
I refused to remember it. I was talking about the crack, not the prostitute. All right. Yeah.
This is that time of the year for the NFL.
You don't card people when you're doing illegal things.
That is true. I think everybody should have their ID on their shirt. That would... A lot of problems.
At least birth certificate.
Would be solved. Let's read these other NFL headlines. See, this is why we talk about fun stuff like this.
Like crap.
Yeah.
That we've had in weeks.
Quarterback Caleb Williams' attempt to trademark Iceman denied. Who cares? 2027 NFL draft to be held in D.C. Are we going? No. I can't think of anything I'd rather go to less than an NFL draft.
I can think of a few things.
Name them. Would you rather go to the NFL draft or a World Cup match?
Draft.
I'm going World Cup for sure. Brandon Ayuk, I'll sign with Commanders if 49ers cut me. Says who?
Him.
God, I hope not.
What's your source? What?
Brandon Sorsby will not be allowed in the CFL. Oh, I don't know if this is an arrest, but we have an accusation. Geno Smith, your boy.
Oh, no way.
Bad egg.
Being investigated for an incident in which a woman accused him of battery.
He was charged up.
So,
nice guy because he's quiet.
Let's see if the quiet pays off for him.
He was not quiet. Flipped off that Seahawks fan. Flipped off Raider fans.
You can do that quietly.
Hey, actions speak louder than words, Clip.
Don't be a hypocrite. How many people have you flipped off in your life?
On the way to work, 12.
All right, Tony. This is one of our better segments, I think.
I agree.
All right.
I mean, we hit them all.
But don't flip anybody off. Don't smoke crack. Don't
do sit-ups in your driveway.
If something gets stolen from you, call the cops. Don't take it into your own hands. I know you've been working out and you do that taekwondo and all that.
I like the idea that you went from don't smoke crack, don't do this, and then you also included don't do sit-ups in your driveway.
Don't do sit-ups in the driveway. Don't make TikToks. All right, Tony, we'll talk to you in a couple of weeks. We are gone next Friday.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you in a couple of weeks. Have a good 4th.
Yeah, man. You guys have a great one.
All right, there is Tony Dunn.
That was good.
What a segment. I hope Jonathan's not listening.
It's our NFL segment. These are NFL topics.
If you would like to sponsor our NFL segment, like the one you just heard, call 317-1250. We are back with you, and we'll talk some Rice football and opponent preview with Matthew Bartlett. And the Rice Owls have an interesting schedule before they get to conference play. We'll dissect that, talk about their returners, newcomers, and more after these words.
Come celebrate the next big Pirates win at the Rick House. The Rick House is Greenville and Eastern North Carolina's premier American-themed restaurant.
I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager at the Rick House. Come see us for a big city feel right here in Greenville. I guarantee you'll have a great experience.
We feature the very best bourbons around. Our made-from-scratch pastas are to die for, and nobody does steak like the Rick House. We also feature an early dining special from 4 to 6. Come see us at the Rick House, Red Banks Road in Greenville.
Hello, Pirate fans. Jeff Stein coming at you from Brown & Wood Buick GMC, and Truck Month continues. We've got Sierra 1500, 0% for 5 years. You heard me right, 0%. Sierra 2500 HGs 4.9 plus $2,000 in purchase allowance. Canyon Elevation 3.9 for 5 years plus $3,000 purchase allowance. Only at Brown & Wood Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. We've got 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can Series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Carolina Eagle Distributing is celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. For 150 years, Budweiser has been the heart of America beer culture, bringing people together across generations. Cheers to 150 years. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989.
Think downtown Greenville is hard to get to? Think again. The roads are open and downtown is ready for you. Come see us at Fifth Street Hardware, where you can drive right in for great food, cold drinks, and entertainment all week long. Join us Tuesday for Singo Music Bingo, Wednesday trivia with $1.25 wings, every Thursday for live music or open mic, then kick off the weekend with live music Friday and Saturday, plus yappy hours and fun in the repair shop game room. The roads are open, the patio is waiting, and downtown Greenville is ready to welcome you at Fifth Street Hardware.
This July 4th, celebrate America's 250th in the original Washington, where history comes to life. Festivities begin Friday, July 3rd at 4:30 p.m. with the grand opening of the city's brand new History Museum. On Saturday, kick off the day with the Founding Fathers 5K at 8 a.m., explore history exhibits, and enjoy free trolley rides from 10 to 2, and live music from 7 to 9 p.m. Then look to the skies for a spectacular fireworks show at 9:15 p.m. Come walk through 250 years of history, celebration, and community, right here in the original Washington. Learn more at visitwashingtonnc.com.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in the NC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bucked
When
up.
it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty, because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021 for a roof that's built to last and service you can trust. The Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie.
Hey, Pirate friends, it's Rhonda from Russell's, and we're back open with a whole new look. We have a ton of surprises for you to see, including our Johnny O's Shop and Shop. Our racks and shelves are fully stocked with all new spring and summer merchandise for both men and women. Make it a point to come by Russell's in downtown Washington to check out the new look, experience the same great customer service you've come to know, and see all the new quality clothing that you love. We can't wait to see our pirate friends and customers back at Russell's in downtown Washington.
This is Chandler Honeycutt from Pirate Radio Live, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Michaels and Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years, and their mission is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Visit them at 2330 Hemby Lane in Greenville or call 752-1600. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Not a big Wahlberg guy.
It's one of his finer films. I'd say Boogie Nights and the other guys.
Okay.
Top two
on the bone scale. All right. Rice, not in my top 2 most anticipated matchups this year.
No, but after this interview, I'm very intrigued about Rice this year.
Did you know? Let's play a game with Shirley Rhodes. Shirley, ECU and Rice have played 5 times. How many times have the Pirates won out of 5?
I don't think we've lost to Rice, have we?
I would have guessed we had a winning record versus Rice, and I would be wrong, and you would be wrong. The Pirates are 2-3 versus the Rice Owls. Now, we haven't played them.
It's been a long time.
We played them in 2023, but before that, we didn't play them since 2010. And the Pirates have lost 2 in a row. That dates back to 2010, and then gave up 62 points in Ruff's first year to Rice, and then lost 24-17 against Rice in 2023.
I can't believe we put up 17 points that year.
So we owe them one this year when they come to Greenville, North Carolina. We got the scouting report on the Owls by talking to Matthew Bartlett from the Roost. Joined us earlier today. Here's that conversation. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, Matthew Bartlett from the Roost as we preview the Rice Owls heading into the 2026 college football season. Matthew, appreciate your time. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Can't believe it's already time to start talking football again.
Yeah, it's a bit. And look, I'm enjoying the World Cup. I'm a Braves fan, so I follow that day in, day out. But really, I want to talk football. So June, July is a great time to preview the upcoming season, and then we dive into August with fall camp, and then boom, the games are here. So yeah, you're right. I mean, it's a fun time to kind of get folks ready for football. I've said this, Matthew. We'll talk about it from the Rice perspective, but this might be the most difficult season to ever preview college football teams due to the turnover, the newcomers, the exits to the program. So we'll see how this one goes in particular. But let's start here. I like to start with head coach and quarterback. Is your head coach from last year back? Is your starting quarterback from last year back?
Yes and no. Head coach is back. Scott Abel returning in his second year with the program with his gun option system. And then new starting quarterback this year, going to be UCF transfer Ja'Curry Brown.
How about overall, Matthew? What does the newcomer list look like as far as numbers go, and how about returners? Do you have some names that folks would recognize from last year if they watch Rice play?
There's a good mix. What was really interesting is when Abel got to Rice last year, he didn't follow kind of the typical blueprint with a new coach, where you kind of like nobody will ever admit to running anybody off, but you kind of run off half the roster and you bring in 70 guys. Abel honored every scholarship and every offer at the time. So he really only added like hand pick because of when he got hired, like 10 or 15 guys out of the portal and rolled with the previous staff's roster. So a bunch of those guys graduated this past year and a bunch of guys hit the portal, not a scheme fit, etc. So this year they're actually probably 40 or 50 new faces, which is less typical in a year 2 but we're kind of delayed a little bit. So the star running back Quentin Jackson is back as kind of the focal point of the offense, but the entire receiving core brand new, entire secondary brand new, reworking a lot of the roster.
And Matthew, looking back at last year and kind of bridging the gap to this year, your schedule is your schedule, but when you play opponents does matter. And Rice was looking at 5 wins with a couple weeks left to go, but had North Texas, South Florida on the docket, lose both of those games, go to a bowl, lose to Texas State. So that's a tough way to end a season, but overall, looking at it, how did they feel coming out of last year and heading into this offseason?
Well, even though it didn't end how you wanted it to, I think everybody was pretty happy because with what the program was working with, a new coach with players that were not, it was such a different scheme and just building on somebody else's team. So the fact that they were able to reach a bowl game at all going into the season, kind of the expectations that I had for the program was they need to be competitive. I want them to win the games they're supposed to win, and I want to beat somebody that they have no business beating. Just because that's the option, right? It's so weird and unusual that you sneak up on somebody. So they beat a UConn team that won 10 games last year, and they won 5 games. And preseason expectations had them somewhere on 2.5, 3.5 wins. So they got to 5. They got to a bowl game. The fact they were able to do that in year 1 with the new system, everyone was happy. So yeah, it didn't end great with those big teams at the end, but no complaints really. It was kind of like we got our proof of concept. We showed that this team can win with this offense. Now you got to go get the pieces and say, okay, let's load it up for real.
Matthew Bartlett joining us. Matthew, I like this non-conference schedule. Fresno State is my team of choice on the college football video game, Online Dynasty. Right. So I'm a big fan of the Valley Boys. A trip to South Bend. I always get folks excited, and that's going to be a pretty darn good team you'll see there. And then a pretty good MAC game with Western Michigan. So how about the non-conference slate for this year? Pretty eclectic mix of teams there.
Yeah, and maybe sneaky more challenging than Rice would have thought when they put those teams on the schedule. Western Michigan coming off I believe MAC championship game appearance, which, we'll see how that goes. And then Fresno's always solid. So I think the non-conference slate last year in Abel's first season was a bit more forgiving. Going up to Notre Dame is going to be tough. But I think for the most part, this is a year where we really want to see this team make some hay in conference play. So if you don't have the greatest non-conference schedule, I think some of that can be forgiven if you win some of the games that are against teams that, Rice fans are more familiar with.
Matthew, when you look at it, I've seen some odds, and I believe Navy and UTSA I've seen at the top of the pecking order preseason in the American, and then kind of a log jam of teams there after that. And I don't know, do you look at it and say there's a tier at the top, or do you think this thing's wide open in the American in 2026?
I mean, if we've learned anything about this league in the past 2 or 3 years, is that it is so wide open. I mean, last year, North Texas went and ran roughshod through everybody, but nobody thought that was a 12-win team coming into the season or however. Like, they were like, oh, they'll be good. So I don't know. Memphis has the money and the backing and the resources. I think UTSA has the most continuity on offense with a head coach and enough pieces. ECU has a case for the most well-rounded team coming back. So everybody has some pros of, we got this going for us, but there's not a team that I look at that has, everything lined up, all their ducks in a row. I don't famous last words. I don't see another, 12-win number 1 offense in the country, North Texas in the American this year. It just doesn't look like that's in the cards. And so if that's the case, I think what we'll see is probably some of the last couple seasons where calendar turns into November and there are 6 teams that could be playing in the conference championship game, which is not always how it's been in this league.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that's the case again. Pirates had a
I remember just week to week, day to day last year running over scenarios of how, how do we get in that championship, and just the fact that you can do that is fun. And hopefully we're able to do that in October and November, have a chance to play for it. We'll circle back to football in a moment. I gotta be honest, like the Knicks winning the NBA championship was cool. When the Knicks are good, it feels like the NBA is better for it. I'm wearing my Washington hat. I feel like if Washington or producer Jarrett's Raiders are good, the NFL's better. Something about Rice baseball, having a bit of a resurgence, maybe feel good, maybe a little nostalgic, maybe with David Pierce there, and they came here and beat the Pirates. But did you cover that, Matthew? And what was that like seeing Rice kind of, start to turn people's heads again when it comes to baseball?
Oh, it was so refreshing. I mean, people around South Maine want to win on the gridiron. They want to win in football, but I think most people, if they're honest, will tell you baseball is the first love. It's the program that put Rice on the map. And so for them to just be kind of in the wilderness for a decade has been really hard, especially the previous head coach, Jose Cruz Jr., son of the program, played at Rice. When that didn't work out, everyone's just like, man, is anybody going to fix it? And then David Pierce just kind of falling into their lap. I think athletic director Tommy McClellan deserves a lot of credit for being bold enough to hire Pierce, because he was an assistant at Texas State and started mid-season last year, kind of took over the program in the middle of the year as the permanent head coach, which I don't think has ever happened in college baseball, and got them respectable in the year and then got them going this year. And yeah, seeing them go toe-to-toe with ECU, I know that, I don't know, maybe you can correct me, but it didn't feel like this was exactly the ideal year for ECU. Some frustration mixed in, but even if it's not peak ECU and peak Rice, it was still really good ECU and really good Rice. And those two teams going at each other, it kind of felt like, okay, this is what college baseball is supposed to be.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. And I'm looking forward to seeing how much better they get with Pierce at the helm. When I think of Rice athletics, I think of, and this is going back before your time probably, Matthew, but Morris Allman on the basketball court. That's a name I always remember. And then, of course, Lance Berkman with baseball. Do you ever see, does Lance Berkman, does he ever pop his head in over there?
So Lance Berkman right now is a assistant on the staff. So I see Lance at the ballpark very frequently.
That's great. I didn't know that. That's awesome, man. A great ball player. So he's on the baseball staff.
Yeah, so he's an assistant to the head coach, and we'll pop in, and it's pretty nice when you have David Pierce has a really long track record of producing very good MLB caliber pitching, and then when you can turn it over and say, "Hey, Lance, let's talk about hitting." That's a pretty good selling point.
Very cool. Yeah, I had no idea that Lance Berkman was part of that staff. That's awesome. All right, Matthew, you mentioned the running back returning, new quarterback. Who are some other players on offense? Maybe a returner, maybe a newcomer that you're excited about that fans will want to keep an eye on?
I think some of the most prominent names are the skill position guys that they brought in addition to Ja'Curry Brown. 6'4", 220 quarterback, just like looks and is built like a grown man, which is a lot different than the guy they were rolling out last year, who was good, but a bit more on the slender side. So he's going to be big. And then they brought in Ben Grice from Wake Forest and Davis Lane from Virginia. Both of those guys are going to fit into the slot back role in this offense, which, there'll be guys who will coming in across the formation, lining up all over the place, probably get, 5 or 6 carries a game, and then 3 or 4 receptions a game. So they have speed. That's the biggest thing with the guys that they've brought in. It's a lot quicker pace on offense and a bunch of guys that they had some quickness last year, but I think you saw it very clearly in the bowl game against Texas State. They had, their star receiver, Aaron Turner, take a slot, carry off side, and had a 60-yard run that got tackled in the red zone. And these are guys that Davis Lane, I think, is still a state title record holder in Virginia in track and some hurdles. And so Davis Lane is not going to get caught. If he's gone, he's gone. And I think that adds a dimension to this offense that's going to be really important.
Yeah, I was going to ask, with recruiting out of high school, Texas-based and Houston-based, I'm sure going after a lot of guys in the Lone Star State, but with the portal, I was going to say, are you getting some guys that maybe left Houston but came back or are coming over from, I don't know, Texas Tech, Baylor? But you just mentioned a couple of guys kind of in our backyard, down the road in Winston-Salem and up the road in Charlottesville. So I guess with the portal, you can find anybody in the country in that thing.
Yeah, I think we're going to see with this staff right now. There's a good amount of activity and offers when it comes in the high school class in Texas, and even guys that you offer, and you'll see he's a 4 or 5 star guy that has offers, from Texas and Alabama, and you're like, well, he's not signing here, but who knows in 2 or 3 years. So I think we'll see some of that. But yeah, with the portal, they've been able to be really prescriptive and say, hey, this is exactly what we want. Where is he? And so they brought in guys from all over the country. I have 2 guys coming in on the offensive line in the Ivy League. That's a really big pool of talent that Rice has drawn from several years. But their star safety that coming in, Koa Akui, played at Sac State last year at the FCS level. So they got guys from all over the place, as I'm sure everybody does at this point, right?
Matthew, we talked about the tough non-conference schedule and kind of the league being wide open, but it's tough to be patient these days. So, is 6 wins the floor for Rice fans? You want to obviously see them back in a bowl. What is the expectation year 2 for Abel?
I think so. I think getting to 6 wins, and because Rice now has qualified for a 5-win bowl berth multiple times in the past 4 seasons, which is cool the first time, but when you keep getting in on grades, you're just like, cool, we're smart, but we'd love to not do it that way. So It was great in year 1 is kind of, okay, we overachieved. I think, 6 wins is the floor. You want to see the step, and Abel kind of mentioned this in some of his comments at the end of the season last year. This is a program that proved it can hang with the middle tier of the conference, but what they didn't do, you mentioned those last couple of weeks, North Texas and South Florida, they just got boat raced.
Yeah.
And they weren't able to hang for the most part with the top flight teams in the American. So that's really what we need to see this year, is to be able to play in those games. So I think if you do that, the schedule is tough. Rice once again draws one of the hardest slates in the American with the rotating schedules. If you look at who's back and the returners, and you go, we'll get the preseason poll up, it'll be pretty rigorous. So I think 6 wins, probably the floor, but I think this is kind of a proof of concept year where if you have the quarterback you think you do, if you have the offensive talent, Abel told me this spring, he said they were top 15 in the nation in rushing, and he used the word embarrassing. He said we should lead the country in rushing every year. It's embarrassing that we were in the top 15. And so, right? But he did it at Davidson every year, number 1 or number 2 in the nation in rushing. So I think that's what you want to see. You want to see an offense that can control and dictate games, and that gets you to 6 or 7 wins, and you can start dreaming beyond that. I think people are only going to be really frustrated if we see the same kind of offense last year that sputtered and was inconsistent and just didn't sustain drives. And that's what you can't do with an option offense. You got to be able to stay on schedule. They didn't do that super well last year. So if they can do that and be in all of these games, not lose 3 40-point games, then I think there's a window to say, okay, I see where this is going.
Yeah, great summer scouting report from Matthew Bartlett. Matthew, people want to read more about the Rice Owls. Pirate fans are pretty good, pretty intelligent fan base. They want to do some research on the opponent. So how will they find out more about Rice and what you do?
At theroost.com. We got everything there. Same @ on socials for all of it, but we'll have also on our podcast, we'll do previews coming up. We've had a guest talking ECU. We'll hit most of the American, at least it's on Rice's schedule this year. So like we mentioned up top, it's football season again, even though it's only the summer. So there's plenty going on the site and all over socials.
All right, Matthew, we'll catch up with you again week of the game. We'll talk to you in a few months. So I appreciate you joining us today, man.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, man.
Right, there is Matthew Bartlett joining us. Glad I was not the only one who didn't know about Lance Berkman being on the coaching staff. Yeah. Jamie said, I thought he was still playing. No idea how old he was.
I didn't know he was a part of the staff.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And then Jamie and Blake are talking a lot about a Blackstone grill. Skip's in the house. What's up, Skip?
Fuck you.
There's a lot of talk about crack.
All right.
Is LT the GOAT crackhead? Yeah. I mean, he's about the GOAT defensive player. Yeah, he's fictional. Embrace debate. Somebody I saw, and I only saw the headline. An ex-Raiders player said Josh McDaniels should be arrested. Have you seen that story?
No, I have not. But
Google that up.
Wholeheartedly.
I agree as well. Let's take a break. We'll come back. J-Bone's going to be here one more segment.
Got some weekend plans I want to talk about.
All right, good deal. We'll do that. And hour 3, we got Morgan Ehlers, Alex Harper, James Plowright, and our Simply Divine Oil and Wine, best of Pirate Radio for the week. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, after this.
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
Summer's here. You're at the beach, halfway up a mountain, finally relaxing, miles from home.
And then your phone buzzes. Not panic, just a quick check-in. Because with SDI, you already know what's going on.
Real-time alerts, 24/7 monitoring, full control of your home or business, right from your smartphone.
So while you're making memories, you're never wondering what's happening back home.
SCI Security, because you don't get security system for the days nothing happens. You get the system for the moment something does.
Travel smart, travel secure, and protect what matters.
Call today and get protected before your next trip.
Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with Unshakable Builders. Now building in Sutherland Estates in Greenville and Dolostone Court in Wilson, with homes available now. And stay tuned, Cross Creek Townhomes in Greenville and Whitaker Glen in Farmville are coming soon. Browse available homes, explore floor plans, and see past projects today at unshakablebuilders.com. Have questions? Use live chat, fill out the contact form, or call the office at 814-9105. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
Hey Pirate Nation, Frank Etheridge here with First Flight Credit Union. Ready to save money on your current automobile loan? Right now, our road to savings couldn't be faster. At First Flight, we're making borrowing easy with our limited time auto refinance promotion. Apply today at one of our branches located in Greenville, Newbern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary to see how one of our experienced lenders can beat your current auto loan rate by 0.5%. All local residents are membership eligible. Terms and conditions do apply. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Go Pirates!
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
You know Pip Printing for custom printing and marketing, but do you know they also do custom apparel? Need a company store for your employees, team, or just to sell your custom apparel online? Pip has the team in place to get that up and running for you in no time. Come into our store at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville and check out the clearance sale on jackets and coats. Brands by Cutter & Buck, Gildan, and Carhartt with some items as low as $10. At Pip, we do a lot more than you think. Call or come out to see the We Do people at Pip Printing.
We declare it's time for you to trade into a new vehicle at the Declaration of Deals sales event at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep has doubled down with dealer discounts and now has savings up to $12,000 on a new 2026 Ram 1500 and a special finance rate on Ram of 2.9% for 72 months. If you aren't looking for a truck, no problem. We declare that 2026 Grand Cherokee come with savings up to $6,000. Or you can lease America's most awarded SUV for as low as $429 per month. But that's not all. Save up to $7,000 on a new 2026 Jeep Wrangler or lease one for as low as $379 per month.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Cockerell in Greenville. Come see us!
36-month leases, 10,000 miles per year, and $39.99 due at signing. Tax tags and $8.99 admin fee not included. Check out all the great deals at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep or at ecauto.com.
This is Jacob Jenkins Cowart, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Well, welcome back. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is a family-run dealership that creates a family-like atmosphere for their customers. They have one of the biggest used car inventories in Eastern North Carolina. You can shop online today at eastcarolinachrysler.dodge.com. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Friday. Clip Rock, Jabone, Shirley Rhodes, intern Victor. France up 3-1 on Norway in the 84th minute, and Senegal had taken a 2-0 lead at last check. And 4-0. 4 goals for Senegal, flexing their muscle against the Iraq. We welcome in the Schnapper, A-Harp, Coach Harper, Alex Harper joining us. What's up, Harp?
What's up, gentlemen? Oh, speaking of Coach Harper, I possibly have an announcement. It's tentative, but I'm going to say it anyway because I'm speaking it into existence.
Okay.
2-parter, one of them 100% true. I will be coaching football at my school this year.
Nice. Now, I had asked you about that, and you seemed a little hesitant for some reason.
Yeah, because I do want to coach high school. Like, that was the reason I got into the profession is so I could be a high school football coach. But being at a middle school, like, I was looking for a high school job, like, opportunity to coach somewhere. But then I was like, I don't want to coach at a school I don't work at.
Yeah.
So I'll just do this.
Congratulations.
Middle school is, like, way more chill. And it's entirely possible I might be the head girls basketball coach next year.
From assistant boys to head girls basketball coach.
Yeah, I already got my ring. Now it's about building a legacy. You know what I'm saying?
You're like Clint Kubiak.
Yeah. Went undefeated last year.
He was the offense coordinator, won a Super Bowl. Now he's moving on to
coaching a bunch of girls in Vegas. Damn it. Yes. Set yourself up for that one, Jim. Very cool, Alex. Staying busy.
Yeah, for sure. That was the update that nobody asked for, but I was excited to share it.
That's good stuff, man.
Yeah. I bought a new rug today.
All right.
Came in.
Really
I'm
a toupee?
A what?
An actual rug?
Yeah.
How
new
big?
Rug for my apartment. Too big for the living room, actually. It was 9 feet by 12 feet.
Man.
But
how big's your living room?
Like 9 feet by 13 feet.
Right.
It looks like a carpet.
Yeah, more of a carpet there.
I have to cut a rug to fit that baby.
I'll be cutting a rug tonight.
Oh, yeah? What you doing?
Going to Morehead City, man.
Oh, what's going on there?
I-42 band.
Oh, I heard I-42.
Yeah, my good friend Brian Mayer performing. What?
We got some bad news for you,
Wait,
Jared.
what happened?
Well,
he's not going to be performing
Brian
tonight.
Mayer will not be performing tonight for the band I-42.
What? Why?
All right. So
Are you finding this out live on the radio?
What happened to my buddy?
This has been, he's your buddy?
Yeah.
I really hope this is not a bit.
Do y'all hang out together?
Absolutely. I mean,
do y'all have common
He was supposed to give me a ride to the show.
Do y'all have common interests?
Yeah.
Like what he likes, you like?
Yeah, beach music.
Okay.
Interstate 42.
Brian Mayer, lead singer of I-42, has been busted on multiple drug trafficking charges. Carteret County deputies say the lead singer of the band is facing 20 counts of trafficking cocaine and maintaining a vehicle for purpose of trafficking and distributing drugs. His arrest this morning came after a 2-month investigation.
Innocent until proven
So I've
guilty.
never heard of this band or this guy. Jared's obviously doing a bit, but this has been all over my Facebook. And you know what? The band plays on. Mm-hmm. They are scheduled to play tonight in Morehead, and I saw on Facebook they're going to go. And the mayor is out of the band. He's already been booted out. No longer with the band.
Well, I was more interested in the band. We weren't really friends like that.
Now you're changing your story.
I'm actually so stupid. I thought you were completely 100% serious.
Nice.
Well done.
The whole time.
Way to go, Jared.
I bought it completely.
He was arrested around 9 a.m.
In the morning?
In the morning. They seized nearly a pound of cocaine from the man.
Wow.
This band, by the way, they're booked until December. We looked at their... We could get them for the Pirate Radio party.
But they're booked until December.
I bet you can get them at a huge discount.
Maybe we can get Brian Mayer. On a solo tour.
And he's just Skyping from his cell.
He had him on Zoom.
Big projector screen, COVID style.
Brian Mayer. Man. All right. Hey, good setup there, though, J-Bone.
Thank you.
Some guy said, like WCTI posted they were still playing, and I saw this guy comment, and he said, well, why are they putting out this band's name and all this stuff? Oh, yeah. Clicks. What did he say?
Money and clicks.
Money and clicks. And somebody responded and said, well, what about if people were wondering if they were still playing and planning on going tonight? Like, I guess that guy just...
And I mean, that's why we brought it up, money and clicks.
Well, and we want people to know that I-42 will still be playing tonight. You know what? We should have known something. He named his band after an interstate that he's trafficking cocaine on.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Like, that should have been a sign.
We've had to use allegedly way too much in today's show.
Like, Rick Ross talked about 95 a lot, right? And maybe traveling with narcotics. Although, wasn't he like a police officer or something?
Rick Ross?
Yeah. There's like a picture of him, and this is a meme. Rick Ross, police.
Is he like an honorary sheriff? Like, is this a Shaq situation?
No. He worked as a correctional officer from 95 to 97. So there are like photos of Rick Ross.
That is comical.
Yep. And so he got into a different lifestyle.
He looks like a respectful young man.
Without the beard.
Like, he looks like a guy that would not start a rap career in drugs.
That's right.
Payback music.
All right, so now he and Brian Mayer, is that his name? Have something in
Brian
common.
Mayer. Brian Sears Mayer.
Brian, why you got to say his full government?
It was on the article.
Is this guy like someone that the average person should know? Like, are they
I
big
don't
time?
think
It's
so.
like a small.
Hey, if you're from the beach, probably you know. I don't know the band I-42, but like
I might start listening to them now.
I don't know if they're on.
They're not on streaming.
I bet they have they're on YouTube.
Come on,
or
they got to
something.
be something. So then, respectfully, why is this a story?
It's local, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're really not on Apple Music. That's crazy.
They're a beach band.
I-42 beach music. Let's see what we got.
What do you mean by beach band? Like, they only
Atlantic
perform
Beach
at the
Day.
beach, or they just make beach music?
Both. Why not both? I heard you could hear hidden messages in the songs. Let's see.
Backwards.
Cocaine.
Maybe at 8 o'clock at the Bojack myself at 5:40.
Oh, Coast. I didn't know what he was going to say.
Thinking about Coke?
Oh, man. I-42.
Hey,
You still going to the show?
free my boy. Yeah, let's go.
Free my boy.
Justice for BM.
All right, J-Bone.
All right, man.
Enjoy the show.
Yep.
Well,
Fun Friday.
It was a fun Friday. More J-Bone coming up because he talked to James Plowright, and you'll hear that in hour 3 talking LaMelo Ball trade. A-Hart, Morgan Ayler's coming up when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Friday. Back with you after this.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
Looking for Washington's favorite place to eat? The spot locals keep coming back to. Head to Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Now open 7 days a week, Down on Main is serving up all your favorites. From the house salad with grilled chicken, to the half club and chips, to the crowd-pleasing fried shrimp plate. After a long day, unwind with dinner and drinks on the patio. It's the perfect place to relax and catch up with friends. And don't miss Wednesdays, half-price wings from 4 till close. Down on Main Street, right on Main Street in historic historic downtown Washington.
Did you know Greenville has its own semi-pro soccer team? Greenville United FC is bringing exciting, high-level soccer to Eastern North Carolina with local talent. Whether you're a lifelong soccer fan or just looking for a great night out, Greenville United has a seat waiting for you at John Paul II Stadium. For schedules, tickets, and more information, visit greenvilleutd.com. Greenville United FC. One region, one team, always united.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
In Beaufort County, success is built together. The Washington Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce connects leaders, supports local businesses, and helps our community thrive. From networking to community events, the Chamber is building a stronger Beaufort County every day. Get involved, grow your network, and help shape the future of beautiful Washington.
For more information on the Washington Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce, including future events and membership, visit wbcchamber.com.
The biggest sporting event in the world, and a superior light beer to match it. Michelob Ultra. For every match, every goal, every superior play on the world's biggest stage. Because from the pitch to the pour, superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
It's bow time. Sometimes the craving for Bojangles Supremes is so strong you've just gotta have them, even when your gas tank is on empty and Bojangles is still 10 miles away. Nothing beats the flavor of Bojangles juicy golden Supremes, especially when they're part of a perfect combo with 4 boldly seasoned chicken Supremes, a made-from-scratch biscuit, fixin', and some legendary iced tea. The only thing that can satisfy your hunger is that delicious southern flavor. So when the craving is supreme, order ahead on our app and put the pedal to the metal. It's bow time.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. You would do anything to keep your family safe? Don't leave safety to chance with national companies or do-it-yourself systems. SCI Technologies has recently merged with High Tech Communications to become North Carolina's premier security, audio, and fire alarm provider. They have the most cost-effective solutions for your home or business's security and life safety needs. Call SCI Technologies today at 321-7006. And looking for the perfect place to swing, sip, and score in Greenville? Well, check out the Birdie Bar on Dickinson Avenue. Whether you're dialing in your golf game on their state-of-the-art simulators or just kicking back with friends and cocktails, Birdie Bar brings the perfect mix of competition and nightlife. No dress code, no pressure, just great vibes, cold drinks, and year-round golf fun. Book your bay today at thebirdiebarnc.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, France got another one. 4-1 final over Norway, and a blowout victory as well for Senegal as they win over Iraq earlier this afternoon. So those games in the books. You got 4 more matches coming up tonight in World Cup play. Harp, you watching the World Cup at all?
I have not, because the World Cup started during Stanley Cup final time. So now I'm like mentally, when does the U.S. play again?
They play so now we are getting into the tournament.
The knockout stage,
the
right?
one and done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Wednesday night, 8:00.
I'll be there.
You can watch USA.
Well, I won't be there, but I'll be watching.
You will be there in front of your television.
Mm-hmm.
Morgan Ehlers joining us on the Turner Home Team Live Line. What's up, Morg?
What's going on, Clipper?
We do our David Price Construction countdown to kickoff. I'm going to say we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to say we are 7 or 8 weeks away from high school football. Week 1.
Let's go.
That sound right? Yeah, a couple months away from getting it underway. And I know talked to Mark Alexander's son, Brody, earlier this week. Conley out there practicing and getting workouts in anyway, as all the teams are locally. Morgan, as we'll crank up another year of high school football here shortly.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's that time of year. A lot of 7-on-7s going on right now. I know there's a several big 7-on-7 camps, and tournaments going to be happening the first week or two in July. So won't be long before August 1st rolls around and high school football starts, and we kick off the high school huddle mid-August.
We did a little blast from the past this weekend on Twitter because Kurt Benkert posted out a video of a couple of his ECU highlights and said, I still have a lot of love for East Carolina. If I hadn't have gotten injured before the 2015 season, who knows what would have happened. And Alex was a Pirate fan, a young Pirate fan then. And Morgan, you were, as you are, the PA announcer at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. So you remember that time very well. But just a crazy, crazy butterfly effect from that injury, which happened right before the start of the season, fall camp wrapping up, practice leading into the season opener. And the Pirates had to scramble at that point with Benkert out, and it was first-year offensive coordinator Dave Nickel because Lincoln Riley had just gone to Oklahoma. You're without Carden and Hardy and all the Hall of Fame numbers they put up. So we go to the Summers and Kemp. They manage 5 wins. Ruff gets fired. Jeff Confer brings in Scotty Montgomery, 3-9. Benkert transfers that next offseason. You go 3-9, 3-9, 3-9. Then you get the Gilbert Houston. Houston brings in Blake Harrell after 1 year of a defensive coordinator.
Thank God for that.
Bob Trott, and then Harrell comes in. Houston gets fired. Now Harrell's the interim coach. And just thinking about all that, Morgan, I mean, you know it more than anybody. Are we back? Are we back to stable ground now with Blake Harrell? 2 straight bowl wins. Back to kind of where we were in those early to mid 2010s, because it was a giant hole to climb out of, but it feels like we're either getting close to climbing out or have already climbed out. What do you think?
I think we've climbed out. I think with the nature of college football right now with the NIL, I think if you're willing to spend the money and, the whole dynamic, and I know there's been a lot of exciting news with some high school committing over the last, week or two with summer camps going on, and Pirates are excited about that. Fan base is excited, but the dynamic of just recruiting high school players and maybe going out and getting a couple JUCO players to come in and maybe one transfer, that's not the case anymore. You're still recruiting your high school class. You're still recruiting your own team not to leave. And now you're going out and getting the college transfers. And, it's just, I think Coach Harrell, it fits well within this world that we call college football right now, with the dynamic of going out and recruiting all 3 of those different types of players. I think we're out of it.
Yeah.
I really do.
It feels like it.
I think Coach Harrell is the guy that fits here. I think I was talking to somebody this week, and we're talking about, Ruffin had that mentality of being a Pirate, and always you could approach him at any time. And Coach Harrell's a lot like that. You see him out in the town, people talk to him, and he's just one of us. And he's got a great coaching staff in place. And I just think this year is going to be another good year for the Pirates. And yeah, I'm going to say we're out of it, but just as soon as you say that, somebody could stick a pin in your voodoo doll and, all heck break loose, but hopefully that won't be the case.
Well, Coach, I do have a follow-up question for you that Clip actually posted on Twitter, if we are in fact officially out of the dark times, is there a specific play or specific moment that you think was the start of us going back to the good times?
No, well, that's a tough one because I even think, I know, Coach Houston, with the last year and a half he was here, I think that might have been an anomaly. I thought we dug out from a lot of dark times that he had his first couple of years here, because he was digging out of some bad times and getting some bad eggs out of the program. I think that, is there one play or one time that says, no, I personally don't think there is, but I just think that you develop a culture over time. And I think that's what Coach Harrell's done the last, 2.5 years and continues to do. And, Pirate fans, Pirate Nation just wants to have a good time at a football game, win your games and win the games you should. And if you do that, people love you. But if you start to falter, people can turn on you just as quick in today's culture. So that's my answer. If that answers it.
I was posed that question, Alex. I didn't ask. I was posed that question, and I had an answer. And my answer was Rajay's run against NC State. Now, the honorable mention would be Holton Ahlers and those guys hoisting the trophy in the Birmingham Bowl. Mm-hmm. The problem is, right after that, we got out of the hole and fell right back in.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, did we just have a good quarterback here for a few years and we're about to go right back down? But then you see the back-to-back bowl wins and everything, and it does feel like we're out of it. But yeah, the Rajay run, which that was a bowl game, but that was a big game for a lot of folks, and for you, Alex Harper, your last game. Well, hell, you played. I mean, those are two pretty good examples, though, right? The end of the Ahlers era and then the Rajay run would be two kind of big ones for me.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, but I agree with you. The Birmingham Bowl felt great, especially in the moment, but we had probably a Mount Rushmore, not just because his dad's on the phone, but we had a probably Mount Rushmore ECU athlete at quarterback at the time.
And some really good dudes around him, too.
We had 9 or 10 of the guys on that offense at least got invited to camp in the NFL, had pro football opportunities. That offense was completely stacked. The year after we go 2-10, Rajay's 86-yard touchdown, that's going to be the popular answer, and I'll agree with that. But I think a dark horse answer is actually winning the North Texas game that year, because that was the first game that we had under Coach Harrell where we weren't significantly better than the team that we were playing. Right. We were down big at halftime, and to come back and win that game was wow, we can actually win tough games and beat good teams on the road.
What was if we didn't have that 2-10 year, there could be so many other moments. What was the game, Morgan and Alex, where Holton had the great comeback on the road and had a big rushing touchdown, I think, too, in that game?
Marshall.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was a memorable one, too, just because when you win those games on the road like that, just like the one you were just talking about, Alex, but that feels like that's what good teams do, win games like that on the road.
I will say this, too, and again, I've got a good relationship with Coach Harrell. I love him to death, but I've had a good relationship. I developed it over the years with Coach Houston, and I will say this about that. After the Birmingham Bowl, that was really the beginning of the NIL money movement, players leaving and coming. And we had our share of transfers, but I think that, if you go back and look, a lot of those transfers we got that year were players that really hadn't played much. Whereas the following year, in Coach Harrell's second year, or Coach Houston's last year, Coach Harrell's first year, I think you had a lot. If you go back and look, they made a conscious effort. If we're going to bring in transfers, we're going to bring in transfers that have experience. And that was a big difference because you did lose, Holton, and you lost Keaton Mitchell, and you lost Isaiah Winstead. You lost a couple coaches from the coaching staff as well that were very instrumental in that offense that year. And coming back, you had an unproven quarterback that didn't work out. But there was a lot of hype under Mason Garcia, and great kid, love him, good guy, but just didn't work out. They it's just one of those things that just didn't work out. But I think the Pirate coaching staff figured it out. I think Coach Harrell was the right guy to take Coach Houston's place when they did pull the trigger and made the change. And it was just the personality difference is dramatic. Coach Houston's sort of an old school, hard-nosed type football coach. Not that Coach Harrell's not a hard-nosed coach, because I think he is, but he's got a different temperament and personality that you need in today's world of the NIL football.
Morgan Naylor's joining us. I mean, look, if they would have let Mason Garcia play, moved Holden to tight end, Mason would have got more reps at quarterback and would have been a better quarterback. That's my thoughts on it. Yeah.
Also, if they put 75 pounds on him, he'd been All-American center.
The what ifs are infinite, Morgan. Morgan Naylor's joining us. Hey, I guess you guys don't have any insight on the ECU quarterbacks. I mean, there's really nothing to talk about as far as the team goes now. We'll get some fall camp rolling in late July, early August, I guess. But for now, just kind of sit and wait and see what we got, Morgan. But as we preview these opponents, the more and more I think East Carolina can have 8+ wins this year. Your thoughts?
8 would be the litmus test. If you're under 8, I think you might consider that a disappointing season. Even if you win 6, you go to a bowl. But I think 8 is doable.
Which that right there tells you we're in a pretty good spot, Morgan. That's kind of the floor for our expectations.
What's the over/under? Like, what does Vegas have us at?
I'll see if I can find it real quick. But yeah, go ahead, Morgan.
6.5 or 7.5, something like that. So.
Yeah.
So, question for the both of you:
again,
do you think like 8 wins feels like a floor because of the strength and quality of our team, or is our schedule looking weak?
Yeah, a little both, because I don't think App State, and again, we haven't beaten App State.
We've got to beat App State.
So we got to win that game. Hell, hey, Alex, you're a football fan. How many games did Old Dominion win last year? Just what would you guess?
If I had to guess, I'd say they went 5-7.
They went 10-3.
What?
Yes. I was shocked when I saw that, and we talked about it last year. So I'm glad we avoided them. I think they're going to take a step back. They got some different personnel, but I think we can go 3-1 non-conference, and then you got some decent but not great teams in the American. I think the American's wide open this year too, Morgan. I see Navy and UTSA kind of as the favorites, and then there's a kind of a jumble in the middle. But I think, Alex, to your point, it's a winnable schedule. Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
What is, what's all the hype about Navy for? Like, where did that come from? That feels very random to me.
I don't know. Anytime they have a competent / good quarterback, they're a good team, and I guess they have one this year. I'm trying to find non-power conference over/under wins, but yeah, I mean, if it's 6.5, definitely going over. 7.5, I think, is a pretty fair number for ECU, and I might go over that too. Morgan Naylor.
It beats the day. It beats the days early on in Holton's thing. The over/under was 3 or 4. So
yeah,
that'll tell you something.
No doubt. Definitely come a long way. And another thing too, that Blake Harrell's defense, outside of the UTSA game, we've been in every game, and the defense has played pretty much well enough to give us a shot, Morgan. And with different personnel and things like that, you hope that constant remains. You hope that we can go into a game saying, okay, we're not going to give up more than 24 points. And that sounds like a lot, but in today's college football, you give up 21 points, you should be able to win most of those games if you can score, so we'll see.
You would think so, yes.
All right, Morgan, what else you got going on, man?
I've got to go down to Salter Path tomorrow to do a wedding, and then heading to the beach for a few days after that. So going down to Oak Island and going to get up, eat breakfast, go to the beach, drink a few, come back, take a nap, take a shower, go eat, come back, drink a few, go to bed.
That's a hell of a day. What's on your 4th of July menu? You traditional or throw something else on the grill?
I haven't got that far yet.
Fair enough. We'll ask you afterwards.
We'll actually be coming back from the beach on the 4th, so down there for the full week. But yeah, I mean, honest Clip, I'm gonna be honest with you. Hamburgers, hot dogs sounds great. Steak sounds good. BLT sounds good.
You're a simple man.
Not too complicated.
Yeah, there we go. All right, Morg. See you, buddy.
All right, you guys have a great week. Happy 4th of July, and talk with you later.
Yes, sir.
See you, Coach.
DJ Captain Morgan joining us. Turner Home Team Live Line.
What a guy.
What a guy.
I think he should get back into coaching.
Now that you're a coach?
Yeah.
Alex, you didn't mention your what you shot in a golf round. If I did this, I'd be shouting it to the world.
See, I don't know.
Alex, you play any golf lately? I'll set you up for it. You been playing any golf?
I have been, because I have my summer job is at a golf course, so I'm playing like every day now.
Okay. So do you find yourself improving? Like, do you see yourself playing better?
Yeah, I shot my second best round ever 2 days ago. I shot a 79.
Well, there's breaking news to me.
But
you have shot better than a 79 before?
I shot a 78 in a high school tournament, and that's my career low.
That's awesome, dude.
I was all conference. Do you want to know a fun fact about me?
Now he's going to brag his ass off.
No. It's a humble brag, but it's funny. I played Division I college football. I was the only player from my graduating class from my entire county that played Division I college football. How many all-conference selections do you think I had in high school in any sport?
Well, you set it up for me to say, I guess the answer is 0.
I had 1.
Golf?
In golf. I did not get picked for all-conference in football, but I got an all-conference selection in golf.
So that's 78. How was that compared to the other scores in the tournament you were in? Like, where did that put you?
I mean, I never medaled a tournament. Like, I never came
So those
first.
dudes were shooting like 73s or something? Or?
There was like 3 or 4 guys that at least had an offer to play golf in college.
Wow.
One of the guys I went to high school with played golf at Wake Tech.
Nice.
So those guys are shooting in the 70s every round.
But man, you shoot that 78, you're feeling good that day, right? You're like, man, I might could do this.
And can I be honest? The day I shot 78, I actually wasn't even all that happy because I missed 4 6-foot putts.
Oh, damn.
I literally was I left so much meat on the bone, dude. But whatever. I haven't come close since until 2 days ago when I shot 79.
All right, let's take a break. You want to stick around for one more short segment?
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, we'll have a shorty and have our we'll play the Josh Moylan clip on our Simply Divine Oil and Wine best of, and see if Alex has ever disobeyed a coach's orders like Josh Moylan did.
I got a great story.
Awesome. All right, we'll hear that when we return after this.
Cuccinella's has been serving up handcrafted pizzas with their family recipe since 1932. If you're in the mood for something different, explore the brand new pastas like the chicken parm, chicken alfredo, or penne marinara. Cuccinella's also has salads, grinders, and house-made Italian ice and Italian ice lemonades. Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cuccinella's. 2 locations with pickup or delivery, and ready for your order now at Cuccinellas.com. Go Pirates!
Sun's out, guns out in Pirate Nation. It's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. Things are already heating up with Springfield Armory's hottest deal yet. Buy a model 2020 rifle and get a free XDM Elite 10mm pistol. Celebrate Dad with Savage Arms. Buy any Axis rifle and get $75 back. From home defense and concealed carry to shooting sports gear, plus store-wide markdowns and factory promotions, you can't beat this heat. Shop online or visit Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Listen up, friends. Operation Pizza is a go at Papa John's. They're introducing new personal pizzas just in time to celebrate the premiere of Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5. These adventure-sized pies come in new exciting flavors like Sheriff's Roundup, Space Ranger Roni, and Reach for the Pie, and specialty Rootin' Tootin' Ranch Dippin' Sauce. Or take your personal pizza to infinity and beyond by creating your own flavor just for you. Order 2 or more with Papa pairings and get yours for only $6.99 each. See Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5 in theaters June 19th. Rated PG.
Looking for a zero-turn mower? Buy what the pros buy, where the pros buy at Ron Ayers Motorsports, your local authorized Hustler dealer. Shop the full lineup of Hustler residential zero-turn mowers, known for their reliability, speed, and heavy-duty build quality. Hustler mowers all feature thick fabricated decks, one-piece steel frames, and Hustler's trademark smooth track steering. Come see us today at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Are you looking to purchase a new home, or are you considering refinancing your current mortgage? This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
If you're hungry for a great steak with honest-to-goodness flavor, head over to Larry's Steakhouse, open Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m., serving up hand-cut, aged ribeyes, tender grilled salmon, bold grilled shrimp, and juicy grilled pork chops, all right off the flame. Pile your plate high with a 25-item salad bar. Try one of our hearty daily lunch specials. Larry's Steakhouse, good food, good folks, and a good time. Located at 2800 East 10th Street across from the old Highway Patrol Station. Call 751-6510 for takeout and reservations. Larry's Steakhouse.
Hey Pirate fans, did you know there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that loves ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. Go Pirates!
You know what it is. This is your man, Peter Pablo. Once again, back is the Incredible, and this is Pirate Radio, and this is the voice of the Pirate Nation. And you know how it goes down when the Pirates are in town. Shut down.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. It is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers with 2 locations in Greenville at Bells Fork and Greenville Boulevard, and 1 in Winterville on Railroad Street. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
Just saw the NHL drafts tonight, and A-Harp, who cares about a draft, dude?
Not me, brother.
We're the champions.
The champs. We got the last pick. But also, the NHL draft is like the worst draft out of the 4 major pro sports, because like college hockey is not like a thing nationwide, right, and a lot of the draft picks are from overseas. So I don't know a soul who could possibly be drafted. So
all right, our Simply Divine Oil and Wine Best of Pirate Radio coming your way. You can discover Simply Divine Oil and Wine in Arlington Village, your go-to for exceptional wines and gourmet olive oils. Not sure what to choose? Kimberly and her expert team are ready to help you find the perfect fit. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for fun upcoming events such as monthly wine tastings along with trivia every Thursday. Simply Divine Oil and Wine, elevate your pour. Josh Moylan, it was great to catch up with him. He actually got promoted to AA a day after we talked to him earlier this week. But he is having a great season. We talked about his ECU days, and kids, don't try this at home. But this was a pretty funny story that Josh Moylan told earlier this week.
You hit a massive home run in a Saturday regional game, right? Who was that again? Am I remembering that right?
I think it was Virginia. It might have been at our place against Virginia.
There's nothing better than that Saturday night, day 2 of the regional game, man. The crowd is so jacked up, and no, I remember that bomb. What are some of your, when you look back on it, best ECU memories?
That's tough. I mean, it's really hard to have some bad ones there because you got a fan base that's just always fired up for literally every game. I mean, we'd have Tuesday nights with 7,000 people, so I think this is actually kind of funny. The one that I think is my favorite, only because it's like funny to look back now, but at the time might not have been my best decision. We were playing against NC State, and coach was giving us the pregame kind of report, and he's like, "Hey, this guy likes to throw inside, so we're gonna get up on the plate, like we're gonna make him uncomfortable." And I was like, "Screw that! I mean, if he's throwing inside, I'm gonna get off the plate and hit a home run." And sure enough, first pitch of the at bat, I ended up going deep, and then I just remember rounding third and seeing coach's face, and he's so fired up, having no clue that I decided I was getting way off the plate and not doing what he said. But that is probably about the only time I did that to coach. I mean, he was pretty dialed in for the most part, but that one just sticks out to me because I thought it was really funny, and coach never had a clue. And if he sees this, he'll probably find out for the first time. So,
yep, you'll be getting a text pretty soon about this one, Josh.
But yeah, there's so many good ones. It's tough to just pick them, but just big home runs and huge wins, I think are the best ones. Like when we won the conference tournament, that was so cool, and especially after falling short my first season there, being able to do it my sophomore year, I thought that was really special. But we had some great wins and just too many great memories.
Funny story there from Josh Moylan. And, man, Josh, such a great guy. I can't believe he would do that. Go against the coach's words. Alex, you'd never do anything like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What is wrong with you kids these days?
Not a lot, but I'll make it quick. But just a little bit of context. I'm going to say him by name because I have a huge amount of respect for this guy, Andre Powell.
Your fishing buddy?
My fishing buddy, man. So he comes to ECU, and his whole career he'd been a position coach and a special teams coordinator. The year before, we had a guy that just dealt with the specialists. He was a former Division I punter, and he helped the specialists a ton. So Coach, he left to go somewhere else.
Ryan Daugherty or?
Kyle Dwayne.
Okay, sorry.
So Coach Houston was like, well, the specialists performed much better when they had a coach, so we're going to do that. Coach Dowse leaves to go to Pitt. They bring in Coach Powell.
Yeah.
And Coach Houston told him that he's going to be the special teams coordinator and you're going to coach the specialist. He is a guru with special teams, but had never coached specialists before. Like, didn't understand, like, our process, like, how to, like, he didn't really know what to do with us, to be completely honest.
So, instead of being a kicker position coach, he is a special teams coordinator.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
he's a scheme guy, knows the schemes very well.
10-4.
So me and him would butt heads a lot, because he would week of the game, if there was a kick that was bad, he's like, all right, all of y'all are running sprints. I'm like, it's Wednesday the week, we're not running sprints. Like, what are we doing? That's ridiculous. But that's what he would do with his D linemen. And I'm like, but your D linemen are not having to use, they're not doing the same motions. Being a specialist is equivalent to being a golfer, kind of. So we were playing Army. And for some reason, the week before, Coach Powell had made our punt scheme to where if it was left directional in a certain combination of words, it was on 1. And if it was the other way, it was so confusing. Instead of just saying hey, it's on 1, or if it's on 2 or on set or whatever, he was like, oh, you'll know the count by whatever formation and direction we're going, which I thought was interesting. And so it's 4th down. And we're in the huddle, and Coach Powell says the play, and the guys are running out, jogging out to the field to punt. I'm like, Coach Powell, what's that on? Because I'd rather ask than be wrong.
Sure, yeah.
And he's like, crashes out on me. Are you serious? You don't ever know what to count. We've gone over this, I don't know how many times. Rips me a new one. And I go, are you going to tell me the count or no? And he's like, go ask one of your effing teammates.
He never told you?
Never told me. Go ask one of your effing teammates. So I'm like, nah. So I was so mad because we were losing to Army. And at that point in the season, it looked like stuff was going downhill because we had just got blown out by Charlotte the week before.
I remember this game.
I was in a horrific mood. And he didn't tell me the count. And he's like, go ask one of your teammates. I jog on the field, dog. Like, the defense hurt. I'm like, guys, it's on one. I'm snapping it on one. So y'all get ready. It's on one. And the Army D linemen were like, is he serious? I'm like, I'm dead serious, bro.
Dead
it is on one. Yeah. So you got it. And funny enough, the combination of the call was supposed to be on two. So, but nobody was delayed because I told everyone, I'm like, we're going on one.
Right.
Because he didn't tell me what the snap count was.
Boy.
Maybe it was on, I will take hand up. Probably should have remembered the combination. But I was like, this is so unnecessary. And he didn't tell me, so I just like, hey, it's on one, everybody.
Now, was Mike Houston the head coach in that game?
He was. That was the last game Coach Houston ever coached.
Yeah. Do you take some responsibility for him getting fired? I mean, it sounds like you.
No.
Okay.
No. But yeah, we playing the ball. I run off the field and got shoot out again because I snapped it on one. I'm like, Coach, I told everyone it's on one because you didn't tell me what the count was.
That sounds like crazy, but I bet not 100, but exaggerate, but like 50, 25 of those things happen every game, right? Where there's like those little moments, coach and player, player and player, kind of mini crash outs or whatever.
Yeah, and again, that's why I brought Coach Powell up by name because it was not personal. I've talked to him multiple times, like since I've been done playing. I believe he's still at Maryland. He was at Maryland last year. I wish him nothing but the best, but yeah, I was mad in that moment.
That's hilarious.
And I did not follow directions.
All right. A-Harp, good stuff, man. How was the parade? You enjoy it, I'm sure?
The parade was awesome.
You cried all? Or
No, the manly tears were shed when they won the cup.
After the game.
But I was just basking in the glory, saw the cup in person. It was wonderful.
Good stuff. A-Harp, we are off next Friday. We'll talk to you in a couple weeks, man.
All right, dude. Sounds good.
Yep.
I'm going to miss y'all.
We'll take a break, come back. When we return, we'll get James Plowright's thoughts on the LaMelo Ball trade as Jarrett went one-on-one with James earlier this afternoon. Got that on the way. Pirate Radio Live rolls on after this.
Greenville, it's time to play ball. The Greenville Yard Gnomes are back, and tickets are on sale now. Bring the whole family out for big hits, wild promotions, and nonstop fun all night long. From fireworks to theme nights, every game is an experience you don't want to miss. Cold drinks, great food, and the best atmosphere in town. Don't wait till it's sold out. Grab your seats now. Get your tickets today at yardgnomesbaseball.com or at the box office.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, and you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
Are you tired of dealing with IT headaches? Does this sound familiar? Phones, Wi-Fi, or email always acting up? Are you afraid of phishing scams, data breaches, or ransomware attacks? Every minute your systems are down, you're losing money. If you're nodding your head, it's time to call cybersharks.net. We handle IT so you can focus on growing your business. Fast, reliable, and always there when you need us. Call 321-7800 today and get IT support that actually works. Cybersharks.net. We keep your business swimming.
Miss Shirley, play my dad's commercial now.
Okay, Lincoln, you got it.
Looking for the best ride on four wheels? I'm Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts in Greenville. From parts to sales to service, we've got you covered with E-Z-Go, Club Car, and rugged utility carts ready to roll. Locally owned and operated, we'll even deliver right to you. Come see me on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School, or visit 360golfcarts.com.
360 Golf Carts, pirates supporting pirates. Arr!
Dank Burrito on Red Banks Road is rolling the good, combining bold global flavors with chef-driven techniques to create flavor bombs you won't find anywhere else. From their classic jerk chicken to their legendary pork belly, they're serving up fresh tacos, bowls, and burritos that defy the ordinary. Order ahead at order.dankburrito.com or download the Dank Burrito app. Join Dank Burrito Rewards today to start stacking points and earning free food with every bite. Check them out at 108 Red Banks or drop into their flagship Dank Burrito in Morehead City while you're cruising the Crystal Coast. Dank Burrito. Stay hungry, stay dank.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Bryce Williams here, former ECU tight end and proud customer of Stroud's Marine. Boating season is finally here, and there's no better place to get your boat ready for the water. From tune-ups to parts and accessories, the team at Stroud's Marine has you covered with expert service and hometown-friendly care. So whether you're casting a line or cruising the coast, stop by Stroud's Marine today and let's get you boating right. Follow Stroud's Marine on Facebook and Instagram or visit stroudsmarine.com to learn more. See you on the water. Go Pirates!
Ahoy, Pirate Nation. This is Lady Pirate Marissa, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Is your car making strange noises, or is that check engine light still not going away? At Bells Fork Truck and Auto Service in Greenville, they take the stress out of car care and deliver high-quality work without the high dealership prices. No guesswork, no pressure, just honest, dependable service to get you back on the road with confidence. Bells Fork Truck and Auto Service across from the Speedway on Charles Boulevard in Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with your Pirate Radio Live earlier today. In fact, while we were on the air, J-Bone was in Studio C talking to James Plowright from the Buzz Beat podcast to get his thoughts on the big trade, the LaMelo Ball trade to the Timberwolves, and here is their conversation.
All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live from the Buzz Beat podcast, it's James Plowright. James, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. What a 24 hours we've had in Hornets land. Been writing, podcasting, talking all things LaMelo Ball. Truly one of the most fascinating NBA trades, and it's not rare that those happen to the team that you cover. So, given a lot of content, but it's also a hard one to figure out.
Yeah, I saw you tweet out the other night that, you know, Hornets don't have a pick, not going to watch the second round. Hopefully nothing happens. And I was the same. I was like, I'm not watching the second round. I'll throw on a movie. And the movie ends, and the last thing from the draft is Shams Charania talking about the Hornets are fielding calls. It didn't really make any sense to me, but I guess listening to people in the national media, reading some of your stuff, it starts to make a little bit more sense. But what do you like about the trade, LaMelo to Minnesota? What do you hate about it?
Well, what I like about it is if LaMelo had played 40 games next year because of his ankle issue, to trade him away, you're probably going to have to attach picks, right?
Yeah.
You weren't getting anything back. And you're then stuck in this limbo situation where you're only any good when your best player plays, but your best player doesn't play enough, right? So it went well last year because he played 60 whatever games. And the 2 years before, it didn't go well. And the Hornets weren't very good. And your future as a team, your destiny is tied to a player who has chronic ankle injuries. So, you know, they now are not in that LaMelo Ball business, the LaMelo Ball health business. They're not in that anymore. So I like that, they didn't have to dump him like, Memphis trying to jump Ja Morant right now.
Yeah.
Okay. 12 months ago, they could have got something for Ja Morant. 12 months now, they can't. So they got out ahead of that. What I don't like about it is this Hornets team was just getting good. This was just getting exciting. The fan base, there was real palpable energy amongst the fan base, and you just cut the legs out from underneath it. And the team is probably going to slide backwards a little bit. And I think what this move signals is, one, they didn't believe in LaMelo Ball, whether that's down to health, his play, or a combination of all. It won't just be one thing, it'll be a combination of all. They didn't believe in LaMelo Ball. And two, they didn't really believe that this core was good enough to get them to be an Eastern Conference contender. A core of LaMelo, Con, and Brandon Miller. And they're not chasing the 8th seed. The easy thing would just be to, sit on LaMelo, make the 8th seed next year. The fan base probably would have been happy. They're not happy with that. They've taken a brave, bold, cutthroat decision to say, no, we want to compete to be a champion. And, in the new lottery reform world, if you're in that 6 to 10 range in the draft lottery, which if you probably look at the preseason betting odds, regular season wins, I'd guess they'd probably be around there right now. That's the best place to be to get high quality draft picks and better assets. So they're just playing the long game. But Hornets fans, I said this on our podcast the other day, Hornets fans have been playing the long game since 2016, waiting for this team to be good. This new ownership group, this new front office have been in for a couple of years. So while they might be feeling patient, I can completely understand everybody feeling that their patience has run out.
Yeah, and that's the most infuriating thing for me because I believe in this front office, and I'm trying to explain to my Hornet fans and coworkers. It's like, hey, man, like this is going to work out. But like you said, we've been being patient.
It might not.
Yeah.
It might, it's not. I can't sit here and say this is a good trade. I can sit here and say I can understand why they made it, and it could work out to be a good trade. But there is just risk on both sides. Right, Minnesota in 2 years, Anthony Edwards could be demanding a trade. Rudy Gobert will be 36 and be expiring. They have no assets left to build that team. So those future picks, the future pick swap, especially in 2020, could be valuable. Or they could be a Western Conference title contender, and Nasri doesn't really work in Charlotte, and the first round pick is the 27th pick, and you go, and LaMelo Ball, is an all-star, and you think, wait, how do we do that? Like both of those scenarios are in play. It's a risk business, right? This is a trade made where there is no guarantee of success. But there's also guarantee of even, a worse level of success if they've done nothing.
Yeah. And maybe that's why I'm kind of having this blind faith where it's just, I'm not used to a front office in Charlotte taking risks. It's kind of like, we'll play it safe and kind of just ride at the back of the bus, and maybe we can sneak in as a 7 and 8 seed. And obviously, this is kind of a take a step back to hopefully take 2 or 3 steps forward.
Yeah.
But I get the frustration amongst the fan base. But moving on to the trade itself, like do you think there were other serious suitors? I read about the Trailblazers and the Raptors, but do you think there was a better offer out there?
Well, the hilarious thing, if it had been the Blazers and they traded for Scoot Henderson, years after that draft when everybody in Charlotte wanted Scoot Henderson, I wonder if he could have been in that trade. I don't know. From what I've heard, Toronto, with the other team pursuing some combination of RJ Barrett and picks or Brandon Ingram or Jakob Poeltl. I think Naz Reid's combination of youth, like he's under contract for 4 more years. It's actually like 3 years and then a player option, so we don't know for sure. But also like fits this system, fits a hole on the roster, is only 26 years old. Like I think he's probably a better player or a better fit than any of those other guys with like RJ Barrett. I think he's probably better than Naz Reid, but he's expiring next year, right? So you lose that guy a year after probably trading for him. And I would have really liked Colin Murray Boyles if he was on the table from the Toronto Raptors. I think he's, South Carolina guy, would have had a really good playoffs, would have fit this team perfectly. From what I've heard, like he was not one of the assets that Toronto were putting on the table in this. They were more looking at salary filler and future picks. And you maybe would have got, multiple future first round picks, but they could have been protected, or they would have been like, next year's pick, which doesn't hold much upside because Toronto are probably going to be somewhere in the 20s. Like, the further out you go with the picks, like I said this 2 years ago, Detroit, San Antonio, and Portland were the 3 worst teams in the NBA. Look where they are now. Detroit just won the East. The Spurs almost won the championship. And the Blazers finished as like the 8th seed. So we can sit here and say, by 2028, Minnesota will, they're going to be way better than Charlotte. We just don't know. Things change really quickly in this league.
Yeah, and I mean, Portland is holding a lot of those Milwaukee picks, and when they got them, it's like, well, they'll have Giannis and Dame, and they'll be on, winning titles. And now look at Milwaukee. They're kind of at the bottom of the East.
And Minnesota are in the same risky business that Charlotte were in with LaMelo Ball, right? They are more reliant on his health. How's he going to mesh? I actually think LaMelo playing as like a sidekick to Anthony Edwards will be good for LaMelo. I think he'll actually excel at that. But I don't know. He's never had to defer to a teammate, really, in his career, LaMelo. He's always been the guy. And that'll be interesting to see how it goes. How will he survive defensively? How will he survive in clutch game situations? Something that he really struggled with in Charlotte. And like when games got physical and tough, is he going to be able to compete at the playoffs? We've seen mixed things. He was good in the Miami Heat game. It was a roller coaster, but like big picture, he was good. Yeah. But then in the Orlando game, the Atlanta game, and the Indiana game 2 years ago, the playing games, he was terrible in all 3 of those. So he's been pretty good in 1 game and terrible in 3 like play-in games. So there's just no way to know how he's going to translate to playoff standard basketball. I mean, I watched the playoffs this year. Damn, that's a physical game. And they're going to put LaMelo through the ringer, especially on defense.
James Plowright joining us. James, I want to take a look further into the offseason. The Hornets have a lot of assets, picks to trade. They have that $41 million trade exception, and they have some cap space to use. So what names come to mind? What do you think the Hornets get going here starting in about a week?
My prediction would be Miles Bridges is on the move. I think there's lots of ways you could go with it. You could trade Miles in an effort to bring a piece back to get the team better. Or you can trade Miles in a way to try and get like more picks, more cap flexibility. Like, we don't really know what the direction of the team is right now. Well, I feel pretty confident saying they're not going all out to win next year, but maybe they do feel, hey, if you add Kobe White and then a piece here and piece there, in the aggregate, that is better than the LaMelo Ball, and we can actually still take a step forward next year. It's hard to predict. This $40.7 million trade exception that they have, that lasts for a year. I think they will. I think they will use it this offseason, but it also wouldn't surprise me if they didn't, because right now there are teams with cap space. So if teams are trying to trade away players or dump players, they can dump them to the cap space teams. That trade exception becomes somewhat more valuable when it gets to like the trade deadline or before the draft next year, when like there aren't teams with cap space in the middle of the season. But if Charlotte have a $40 million trade exception at the trade deadline, that is like a get out of jail free card for a team with a bad contract, or it's a way to go and acquire someone without having to send out players who are actually helping your team. So they could use it this summer. It wouldn't also surprise me if they decided to keep it as well. It lasts for the whole year. Also, a lot of trade exceptions do go unused. Like, I will just say that. I know everyone's feeling like, hey, you've got this exception. You have to use it. I've seen a lot of other fan bases get really frustrated when they've got a large trade exception, which is $22 million, and it just ends up not being used for anything. And it's like, well, what was the point of that? That's a possibility, but I anticipate they will try and use it in some way.
A lot of people here in the office, I've seen on social media, they think Jaylen Brown could be a possibility. I don't really see how a trade with Boston for Jaylen Brown could work without Brandon Miller in the package, but what do you think? Could it happen? Is it a possibility?
I'm kind of with you. I think if it were to happen, Brandon Miller would probably have to be in the package, because you can't play Con, Miller, and Brown. One of them has to play power forward, right? So just look in the Southeast Division. One of those guys has to guard Paolo Banchero. One of those guys has to guard Jalen Johnson. One of those guys has to guard maybe Anthony Davis or Alex Sarr. Like, they're just giving up so much size. I think that would be difficult. I don't also see like the timeline of Jaylen Brown necessarily fitting that well with Charlotte. And like, I don't know it would have to be a multi-team deal because I don't think Boston would want back what Charlotte have. I think Boston want to compete. And I mean, if you put Brandon Miller on the table, then actually maybe they would have interest. But I don't think Charlotte want to do that. I think they want to keep and build around Knippel and Miller. I think moving away of like two of your premier guys in the same offseason, that might even just be a step too far, even for this front office. So I'm kind of with you. I don't think Jaylen Brown is a name that makes sense for Charlotte right now. Crazier things have happened, like LaMelo getting traded out the blue, but I'd be surprised. I would have thought he'd want to go somewhere which is like contending and trying to win because he's like in his prime right now. He wants to be the guy, and I'm just not sure Charlotte's the right fit, despite, the connection with the coaching staff.
Yeah. James Plowright joining us. James, before we let you go, our host Clip wanted me to ask you about the World Cup. How much are you keeping up with that there in the UK?
I'm trying to, so I'm pretty late over here, the World Cup. But I've watched all the England games. I've seen USA been doing very well as well. It's been a strange competition because there's so many teams and so many teams qualify for the next round. It's obviously this new format structure they've got for this World Cup. So there's normally kind of a little bit more meaning in some of these group games than there has been. I think a lot of people over here are really starting for these like knockout rounds to kick in when the stakes are a little bit higher. Apart from the Scots who are going home already. But I've from everything I've seen on social media, the Scottish fans have had a great time in the US, and I think the US fans have enjoyed having them too.
What do you make of the U.S.'s loss last night? Because, I mean, the game doesn't really – I mean, it matters, but the U.S. has already advanced, but they go out there and lose in extra time.
I mean, obviously you want to have positive momentum. If you go into the knockout stages undefeated, you just walk around with a little bit more swagger, a little bit more confidence. The game was within their control and obviously got away from them very late in the game. But equally, you can look at it the other way. Hey, you've been punched in the mouth. You've tasted it. You're not getting too carried away. If you win all the games, you might be a little bit arrogant and confident. So I always think it depends on your team, whether that is like a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, Turkey haven't played that well either in the tournament so far. So it was a little bit of a surprise. But I don't. Is the opponent for the USA been confirmed yet for the next round? Is it Bosnia and Herzegovina?
Bosnia.
Yeah, Bosnia and the other ones. Yeah. They are a very experienced old team. So they're kind of like slow, but wily and strong and feisty. So I think the US will have like more athletic ability to be able to like get around the pitch and stretch the pitch. But they're going to come up against like some very experienced players. So that's the, I mean, I would pick USA in that. I think Bosnia came through qualifying. I think they beat Wales actually in the qualifier to get to the World Cup very narrowly in extra time. So they are no means a European footballing powerhouse.
All right, James Plowright, thank you, man. Before we let you go, let the people know where they can find your stuff.
Yeah, you can find me writing about the Hornets on Culture, the Charlotte-based sports and entertainment website. Also, if you want a little bit more kind of regular, consistent stuff, find our BuzzBeat Substack. We've got our podcast. We have articles. We've got a BuzzBeat Plus membership where you get a bunch of access to extra additional information. But there's a bunch of free stuff too. So that's where you find my work.
All right. Thank you, James.
Thanks.
James Plowright. Great chat with Jared Watkins, talking LaMelo, talking Hornets, talking World Cup here on Pirate Radio Live. We'll take our last break. We'll come back, wrap it up here on a Friday. Back with you after this.
Hey, Birdlands. Family Sundays are a day full of fun for kids of all ages. Before the game, meet the Orioles mascots. Grab autographs, and watch the kids take the field for the national anthem. During the game, kids take over with kid-friendly music and inning breaks, kid guest splashers, and more. After the final out, stay for Kids Run the Bases, presented by Wise Markets, where kids 4 to 12 can run the bases, just like the pros. Bring your whole fam to the yard on Sundays. Visit Orioles.com/Family Sundays.
Rusty.
It's time to shack things up at Burrito Shack. Whether you're craving bold burritos, tasty tacos, or crispy nachos, they got the flavor you're looking for. Made from scratch, chef-inspired, fresh Mex cuisine, served up with a side of laid-back beach vibes. Fast, fresh, and totally delicious, Burrito Shack is where flavor meets the coast. Located in the Lowe's Food Shopping Center in Winterville. Quick, crafted, coastal. Burrito Shack.
Hey Pirate Nation, Frank Etheridge here with First Flight Credit Union. Does this warm weather find you dreaming about weekends on the water? Make it happen with a boat loan from First Flight Credit Union. Whether you're upgrading your fishing boat, cruising with your family, or chasing sunsets, we offer competitive rates, flexible terms, and fast and local decisions, so you can spend less time waiting and more time boating. Apply today at one of our branches located in Greenville, New Bern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary. All local residents are membership eligible. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Go Pirates.
Hello, Pirate fans. Jeff Stein coming at you from Brown & Wood Buick GMC. No June gloom here. For Buick, we've got Envistas at 0.9 with $1,000 purchase allowance. Encore GX 0.9 with $2,250 in purchase allowance. Envision also with 0.9 with $1,750 in purchase allowance. And Enclave 0.9 with $750 in purchase allowance. Only at Brown & Wood Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. We've got 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality, they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you, humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule an appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children.
Hey everybody, this is Parker Bird. Visit our friends at Children's Health Services on Arlington Boulevard on 10th Street and at childrenshealthservices.org. Go Pirates.
This is Chris Johnson, CJ2K. You listen to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Dow was down 44 points and ended the week at 51,876. The NASDAQ was down 60 points at 25,297, and the S&P was down 3 at 7,354. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
Wrapping it up on a Friday. Appreciate you tuning in today. We're back with you next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday on Pirate Radio Live. Thanks to Shirley Rhodes. Thanks, intern Victor and the crew. And thank you for tuning in. For the crew, I am Clip Brock. We'll talk to you on Monday, 3 o'clock. All new edition of Pirate Radio Live. Have a great weekend. And Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening.